and all that shit. Everybody else just want to live and let live, man. If you don't fuck with me, I won't fuck with you. That's the normal. But the thing is, they're trying to make the average motherfucking black person hate the average white person. But the thing is, hold on, I'm getting an echo from somebody. Oh, Tonyo, you got your YouTube on? My thing is this right here. I see how the puppet master's pulling the strings, right? So my thing is, you said let us have this moment. That moment is a moment of fuck white folks, fuck these crackers. But the thing is, if you go out there and just swing at a random white person, they probably don't even agree with the shit with the white folks in that video and stuff. That's what I'm saying about that moment. The moment we trying to have is this whole feeling of, you know, fuck these crackers. But my thing is this right here. Fuck the racist white folks. I want to make that clear. You know why? I don't got a problem with all the fucking white people. I don't think all the white people are like them damn rednecks and hillbillies that we saw in that video. But yeah, I'm gonna mute the flow. I've spoke my 2 minutes. Y'all got.
I got you. I'm gonna just real quick. I'm gonna be real quick.
You could take your time, Cheesy. Go ahead.
I appreciate it, Brett Sanchez. Much love too. Uh, I also think that just to
The
rebuttal what
hillbillies
where you
that we
coming
saw in
from.
that video.
Uh, no, I don't think that coming out like what happened happened, and that was that moment. Now, what people do after this, now, you know what I'm saying? You know, it can go either way what people take from that moment. I took a moment from what happened that day and seeing where it happened. It used to be a little slave port or whatever. Like it was more it was some spiritual things going on there too, as well as the natural. Just seeing by where it
Everybody,
happened at.
let me explain something to you. Everything that happens in the physical world happens in the spiritual realm. So when these type of incidents happen, when we say it was some spiritual going on, we act like when I woke up and ate breakfast, some spiritual one going on. In other words, what I'm saying is this is not some divine event. This is an event that's orchestrated by those in power to keep people divided and conquered. Because if you look at the white people in that video, they look, man, I can tell you right now, the average income in Montgomery, Alabama, and in the deep south is way, let's say, is way lower than everywhere else. We know that shit. And what I'm saying is, you got redneck trailer park motherfucking Billy, excuse my language, fighting with goddamn Ray Ray. You know what I'm saying? Tyrone from the PJs. Meanwhile, peep this scenario. There's a plane flying in the sky, spraying chemtrail poison on both of them, pausing in both of their water, trying to make sure that their children is controlled, all this shit now. And what I'm saying is this right here: never lose sight of the bigger picture, that it's the haves versus have nots. And the haves is trying to convince us that it's the black versus white when it's all about green to them. Listen, man, if we keep saying that it's about divide and conquer, how do we keep falling for it? And I'm a nigga from the South who will tell you right now, fuck a racist ass white boy, we can put them hands on him. But guess what though? I'm not gonna fall prey to the system making me hate it, just putting the, I'm gonna control when I want hate in my heart or not. I ain't gonna let TV do it. I ain't gonna. That's magic, bro. Y'all are like y'all are like puppets, and they pulling the strings, emotional strings on you. Because
Bro
check it out.
Sanchez.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
one quick.
I'm sorry to cut you. Hold on. Me and Brett Sanchez, let us finish real quick.
I want to
Let
get
me and Brett Sanchez do this
back.
real fast.
Go ahead.
Brett Sanchez,
Mm-hmm.
I agree with what you saying, brother. I agree. All white people ain't with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about what happened that day and what Marlon Wayans is saying. I'm saying sometimes, like even the Bible says, it's a time for war, it's a time for peace. It's sometimes we can just put all that little shit behind us and goddamn whoop these white people ass. Just
And
just for a
that's
moment.
what we
Just for a
did.
moment.
And that's what we
And
did.
that's what I'm saying. So Marlon Wayans, why even come out talking about some love and war? No, we had our moment. Let us have our moment, and we gonna continue because I love white people too. You know what I'm saying? I don't love no racist
What
white
if
people.
Marlon Wayans directing that toward them hateful white folks? Cause think about it. I'ma play devil's advocate. I think if I was to interview Marlon Wayans right now, and I'll say, hey Marlon, let me ask you a question about your tweet, right? Who would you
Right.
more direct that tweet to if you can pick one group of people in that situation, the white people or the black people? You
What
can
you think
only
he'll say?
you can only pick one, Marlon. I think he'll say, well, I definitely directed this toward the white guys because man, he was out of line. You know, that was some racist ass white. We probably start joking on it and shit, you know, but because he's a comedian. But my thing is, I know he'll be a real nigga on that. Now, I think that it's some fake outrage, and I think that it's a distraction because all of our energy need to be directed toward the racist white folks in Montgomery right now. And tell me I'm wrong, because this shit ain't over, man. These
Hey,
racist
you do
white
got a
folks,
point.
you see what I'm saying? The racist white folks in Montgomery is already rumoring that they trying to retaliate. Let me tell you something what I know about white folks in the South. They hold grudges, and a nigga will never get the last laugh with them. It's gonna be something. And what you'll find after events like this is a nigga get drug on the back of a truck if he's slipping. A nigga get hung in 2023. This is
Oh yeah.
bro. This shit is real in the South. The intensity among black and whites is in the
So Marlon,
atmosphere.
so
Thick.
not to cut y'all, bro, Sanchez, but so you
But it's
saying Marlon Wayans is saying that
another nigga.
to the right to the racist white folk, like, hey, y'all know what I'm saying? Like y'all calm down, hey, let's be about love, not war. He's saying that to the racist
Bro,
white folk.
think about it. He got to be, because who was the people filled with hate? It was they hate toward niggas that made him feel he can just lynch this man in uniform. So the love, but think about this, right? I'm gonna be honest. If I could advise if Marlon Wayans, you know, I wouldn't say shit at all if I felt this way. You know what I'm saying? Because I see the situation, and so TZ, I'm letting you know I see what you're saying about let us have that moment. I just wanted you to define that moment so we can be clear. Because think about it. Here's what the moment should be. The moment for black folks should be, okay, we see that white folks will lynch one of you niggas in the street. How about we get serious now in all of our neighborhoods on orchestrating combat training, ninjutsu courses, goddamn it, becoming an organized cabal and group like these militias and the Proud Boys and all them shits. All of
But you know
our
black folk ain't gonna do that.
and
You
that's
know
what.
black folk
But
ain't gonna
hold on. I'm gonna tell you why we won't do it though, because if you see what black folks did in Montgomery right there, we ain't gotta
do that. That's
train.
our W.
Hold up, let me speak. It ain't y'all W, because it's a
No, I'm
black
saying
guys. Hold on, bro. Let me speak. It's gonna be black people in other places getting lynched, and ain't nobody gonna help them that's black. So it's not a W for black people until you listen to what I'm saying. The way that niggas in the South is on code, everybody should take this as a learning motherfucking opportunity versus fuck white folks, man. Let's watch the video back and eat popcorn and watch Aquaman. Let's look at Scuba Gooding Jr. and all that, you know, like all this. Let's make t-shirts out of it and all that. Guess what? I'm gonna tell you what them white folks gonna go and do. They finna go and motherfucking galvanize. They finna think about how they finna kill some niggas. They finna get sneaky, whether it's poisoning or no matter what, you better believe something coming. It ain't gonna be over. While you playing, while all the black folks like, yeah, we scored the touchdown, high pop champagne, pop, pop, pop. See, I'm telling you that all the energy that we have after these incidents be misdirected. Is never channeled into anything militant to prepare for the next attack or the next one.
Hey,
Hey,
I got you. I yield to the flow, but yeah, I got you though, Sanchez. Go ahead.
But Bro Sanchez, they been doing sneaky attack to niggas up north all the time. That's how they be doing us. So it's like I get what you're saying to get your learn from y'all and be on code, and I understand that because I said a story yesterday about how unite people in the South is. I get that, but it rubbed me the wrong way when you say niggas of the up north are more weaker, because like that's human nature. Human nature said you can migrate if you want to. You don't have to stay in the same spot.
Because guess what that's called? That's called fight or flight. Some of us choose to fight, some of us choose to flight. You got fighters, you got flighters.
But it's not natural human instinct to just migrate. I don't have to be afraid, you know what I mean? I don't give a fuck about this South no more. I just want to move.
Brother, that ain't what happened, my brother. You trying to rewrite history and you not from the South. Let me shadow you the history of what happened. People migrated from the deep South because of oppression. This is a fact, not because, man, you know what, I don't want to do this. Right? Let's not do that. Let's go with the facts, not with the feelings. If we can.
All right. The mic is on.
Wasn't it true that even after that, the North still South slavery was only abolished in the South, but the North still had slaves. Slavery was still kicking.
Nah, you got it backwards. The South was the last region in America to end slavery.
Okay.
In fact, there wasn't even any slavery in the North. Niggas went to the North to get free from slavery.
To be free, yeah.
What else said?
A nigga couldn't be, what's good, my brother? A nigga couldn't join Freemasonry in the South. You had to go up there where Prince Hall was and shit.
Man,
you don't think niggas up north have to fight
definitely
too?
was slavery in the North, man. They definitely was. Abraham owned slaves, man. Like they definitely was North. There definitely was slaves in the North.
You think a piece of paper that say that I'm free just free me from being a slave just because motherfuckers say I'm free? I don't think that's just what happened, bro. Niggas probably
of course, it happens over time. It happens over time. And he didn't free slavery. You know, what he did was he made it so that we pay taxes as well. So that way it changed from us working for free and doing free labor to getting some kind of compensation for it. And that's what he did. He didn't like free slaves. You know, we still slaves.
Yeah, he didn't free slaves. He basically made slaves free. And the difference is like free Canada, you know, where they used to pay for slaves and bed on them. Now it's a free system where basically what it is today, the slave ain't no bit. They got rid of this old bedding system. So the slave literally became free in so many ways. We think free slave means you ain't a slave no more, but that means you're a free man. There's no such thing as a free slave. That's a fucking, what you call it, a oxymoron. So, you know, what it was saying is we don't gotta pay for these slaves no more, bed on us.
Hey, I definitely think the bid. You don't think that the bidding happens quietly now with social security numbers instead of through auctions?
Oh God!
Let me show you what happened. Let me give you the history of why the white man got rid of the bidding system. What was happening was this, right? They was. This is something y'all really need to take note to, right? This is how they used to do. They would travel around with carriages full of fucking slaves on them. Like, let's say 15 slaves per carriage or something, and it'll be like very expensive cattle, which is what these slaves were. And they would have these briefcases full of fucking paperwork on each slave. They'll let you know how much he can lift, how much they got all the stats, kind of like football players and NBA players, how many shots, all this shit. So when you show up at the auction, you got the numbers. They want to know his health and all that, you know. So the beds on some of these slaves, if they strong as hell, man, and some of them, the women, if they real sexy and look good, those beds can go up high because you know they get to have sex with them too. But the point is this right here. The white men started getting divided because they'll be getting mad at each other. 10,000, 15,000, 20,000. And before you know it, the slave will get a disease and die. And those two white men that was bedding on these slaves will have tension between each other. That motherfucker war in the bed. So a wise white man came together and said, listen, our system is working against us and is actually working on behalf of the Negro. It's making us be divided. It's making us spend more money and compete against each other. You see what I'm saying? And so they said we need a whole nother system, and we got to basically carry all these damn stat sheets everywhere. It's a very non-sustainable system. It's expensive, and your slave ain't guaranteed to live long, an accident, and basically the whole system is pitting us against each other. So what they did,
You know where, bro? Okay.
yeah, they decided.
Go
that,
ahead, my
listen,
bad.
They decided, look, if we actually free the goddamn slaves and give each slave their own paperwork, and we'll make it the slave responsibility to go to whatever slave master he choose. In other words, think about a bunch of pimps. These pimps is bidding on hoes. And the pimps come together and say, look, man, this is ruining the pimping game with us bidding for these hoes. Like, the hoes winning, because look at how much money we paying for these hoes, right? So the pimps say, you know what? We finna stop saving them hoes. We just gonna leave them out to dry and make them come begging to the pimps, right? And then they'll choose which pimp they want to rule over them instead of us choosing them and wasting our money and getting mad at each other. So basically what the slave master did was say, fuck carrying all this paperwork in this old system and doing it that way. We'll make the slave carry his own paperwork. We call it a resume today. And we'll make him report and tell us his statistics, and we'll let him tell us all his stats, and we ain't even gotta hold that paper. The slave can hold his own, keep up with his own work history, all his stats, and he can come choose which boss he wants to work with, like the hoe can choose her pimp now. And it ain't like they ended pimping and hoeing. They just stopped saving the hoes and made the hoes come begging back to the pimps. That's what happened with this whole, free slavery, free the hoes, man. Quit, you know what I'm saying? They'll come back begging when we stop this system. And when they fucking so-called freed the slave, guess what happened? We couldn't wait to go back to work for them.
Round 2, fight.
You couldn't.
But you could choose your master, though. You know what I mean? And that did less or that's it. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm muting up.
Grand Rising, everybody. Grand Rising.
Grand Rising. Hey, Sanchez.
Hey, bro, Sanchez, much love and respect to everybody in the chat. I just wanted to tap in real quick. Brother Sanchez, if America wanted to stop racism, they could. Just like this situation we talking about. If they started basically punishing these people with hate crimes, having a stronger standards of penalties for these people that do this, they can change it. But America don't want to change the racism in America. They just want to keep covering it up like they have been. But it can be changes in 2023 if they wanted to, but they really don't want to. That's all I wanted to say. I'll tap in later.
And to anybody in the chat room that wanted to challenge me about the free slave concept, come up and do it, because I know what I'm talking about.
Man, I just think that in this day and age, I think that change is very inconvenient for a lot of us, man. I think a lot of people know we could change. We could change right now. We could just turn off our laptop, any electronic device we own, and never turn it on again. And that'd be a revolution. That'd be a fight, that the government would be afraid of. It's just no one wants to do that. Man, who wants to turn their phone off and not use it? you know. But it's simple as that. It's simple as not using your phone. It's simple as not going to We Energy, going through some other source. It's real simple. It's just who wants to do it.
But what I'm saying, I want to check this out, right? This is what people need to realize about freeing the slaves, man. They used to beat a motherfucker every day to make them pick cotton and all that. They got into psychology. They said, actually, we working just as hard as the slave ruling over their shoulders. Now the slave had his shacks right down from the plantations where he can just go close to work, boom, like that. Look at where we work near our jobs today. We go into our little communities, ghettos and shit, drive out to work. We think slavery over, but it's the same shit. Instead of them fucking hitting you with a whip, they just saying, well, if you don't work, you don't eat. Now think about this. When a slave was on a plantation, he didn't make money. What was the slave's wages? Shelter, food, and clothing. What are we working for today? Food, clothing, and shelter. You ain't getting paid enough money to really get ahead. So they ain't do nothing but redo slavery in a way that said, look, we don't got to be these slaves, mama and daddy, and force them. If we give them trick them like they're fucking free, they'll do everything we want them to do willingly, and they'll do it even better than us hitting them with a whip every day. If we let them participate in like how the whole world think they free today, they like, man, I'm so glad slavery ended, when they don't know that the world became a big plantation. And that the fucking, the plantation is now, the plantations are the corporations, the different jobs, right, that we go to every day. And and we still working for food, clothing, and shelter. And goddamn it, if you don't work, it's still gonna be the same thing that a slave would have faced. Punishment. Your ass gonna be like, think about that shit. You know, everybody is saying Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves, but they still calling themselves a slave.
You know, I got a different concept of that, bro, Sanchez. You know, when you go back and you do the research into it, we fought ourselves free. You know, you had the war on Natchez, it was wars all over Louisiana that we actually fought. No, yes it did. Yes we did, bro. Do your research. Hold up, wait,
he talking to me. We don't want no chaos. But Jerome, I'm saying we're not free though.
But no, we not free. I agree with you on that. I ain't disputing that. But they trying to say like, Abraham Lincoln signed a pen. He was this great savior, and he freed us from slavery. They had to do it, one, because we was fighting. It was war, plenty of wars. I can run them down, but we did fight, and they had to let us go. But yeah, I agree with you on the other part though. And as far as the white folk thing goes, I don't think all white people bad, but if you drop me in a den with 50,000 rattlesnakes and tell me 10,000 of them good snakes, I ain't checking for them good snakes. I'm killing them all.
Well, I'll tell you this, man. You come on this show often, Jerome, and all of the white folks you interact with here, you know what I'm saying? You've actually connected with them in ways where we built the community, all this good shit right here. Now my thing is this right here. I think that the numbers they give us is to always keep us in a state of frenzy, a state of like, when they, if put it this way, if only a few thousand people got a cold, they gonna say 10 million people got a cold. Don't go outside, you know what I'm saying? So if I ask every black person in the chat room, have they ever been called a nigger or been in a racist experience directly with a redneck or one of these hillbilly white folks like that? The average person in the chat ain't done it. Want me to tell you how I know? That's why this video is so viral. Because this video, think about this, not only this video, but all of the videos of racist interactions go viral. Because guess what? The only time we see these things when they reinforce or there's spotted incidents. Racism is a damn system. It ain't a group of people that's saying, you nigger, you cracker. That's called prejudice, man. Racism is a system that is filling up them prison beds. It's the prison, the pipeline, the drug. Like, we think racism is like a bunch of rednecks and project folks that's drunk off beer and fighting out of their prejudices and shit. When the real racism is the whole human race is under attack by some motherfucking foreign species, if you ask me, that's been exterminated our motherfucking ass. So I'm saying, like, the real racism is systematic things that's plaguing your ass, nigga, and you really need to be concerned about it. But they'll have you focusing on the video of the dude with the Confederate flag that said nigger. You know what I'm saying? When dude, the white folks y'all need to be up in arms about got on lab coats.
And you gotta be from Alabama to understand what Sanchez is talking about.
And I just want to say, with that slave story, I think that slave story is old news, because we can prove that we've been reclassified here in America. And the slave story, Congress has said they ain't doing nothing with that. But if we talk about reclassification and how we've been reclassified, I'm going to say 11 to 15 times. You know, if you go with the new classifications, Christianity, Catholic, Moor, Islamic, and reclassified here in America instead of the old slave story, because that's a fabricated story to me that they made up and that they're using. But we can prove that we've been reclassified by birth certificates, i.e. Social Security cards, all of that. We can prove reclassification, but we can't prove that slavery. Shit. Y'all got it.
That's right.
Yo, Sanchez, you wrong for that.
What I'm wrong for?
You said most people or most niggas don't be going through some racist shit.
Oh, and, no, I said most folks that's an outcry right now, that's up in arms about this stuff, they ain't ever experienced no real racism like how it goes down, man, in the deep south.
Oh, okay. My bad. I didn't hear that part. I was finna say, because when you outnumber, that's when you hear it the most.
That's why they don't want to get militant about it. They just want to tweet about it. They want to have a moment to say, hell yeah, look at Aquaman. Let's make t-shirts Scuba Good and Junior. And I'm saying all that's cool, but that's all we gonna do. That's all this situation sparks us black folks to do. Let me show you something. If this would have happened with any other group, it would have galvanized them more in a militant way. That's all I'm saying, in my opinion.
I agree.
So is it safe to say that racism is what the scapegoat to systematic oppression?
Yeah.
Racism is the scapegoat to systematic oppression. The systematic oppression is really what's the cause.
What you gotta realize is the white guy that's drunk off the goddamn Fireball, the cinnamon whiskey, who the niggas had to beat up on, right? All of these folks, their mentality is a result of this systematic racism that we not looking at. We ain't looking at the root of the shit, which is when they see the system attacking black folks, they attack black folks. But the thing is, the system don't show them how it's attacking their ass too. The thing is this right here, man. America created the mindset, this whole mindset, like, think about it. Black folks and white folks is creating an anti-black folks mindset. It ain't just white folks. That's why I be talking about this boule too. Whenever you get these black folks up on TV and stuff talking about how We need therapy. We need, you know, black folks need to, like what the mayor of Montgomery had me tripping. He was like, yeah, I got after this incident, I got to teach my daughter, you know, more how to behave herself better and stuff. And I was tripping. I was like, no, we got to teach these racist white folks how to, like, we always want to look the other way. The problem that America needs to focus on is that racist white folks and racist black folks is what's fucking the world up. Racist people of all types. And the racism in the mind of the average black person or white person, they can't even act it out. It's just prejudices. The people that's really got the power to act out the prejudices to make it become racism are on high levels making us fight each other. If you see what I'm saying. Because you can have prejudice all you want, like a black person can't be racist. A poor white person can't. These poor folks ain't gotta, when I say poor, I ain't saying you homeless and shit. I'm just saying you ain't got millions of fucking dollars. It takes a whole bunch of money to carry out systemic racism on a group of people.
Final round.
It takes a hell of a lot of money. And you can't do it by yourself. It takes a lot of families with money and science and programs. Yeah, go ahead.
You think they be putting money on crisis actors like they did the other day?
Well, I don't want to go in all that. I really want to talk about systemic racism, what's going on with, you know, hold on, man, because it, you know, I don't want to really address, I don't know what you talk about how crisis actors play into what we were saying. I don't want to stay on subject.
I don't know. It's just that video, man. It just seemed weird, like all the weird shit, like the nigga swimming, nigga throwing up hats, the Harriet come in the boat, and then like the police just standing around watching the fight. I don't know. It just seemed weird.
Okay, man. I think he was the guy who was here yesterday, right, guys? If I'm not mistaken. Were you here yesterday?
Yeah, he's stuck on that. He's stuck on that crisis actor shit.
Yeah, man.
Bro, that's a weird ass video, bro.
Bro. Can we finish what we was talking about? Though we don't think it's crisis actors. I don't think you're gonna convince us. So you know.
And Brother Sanchez, that's what I was saying. If they wanted to change the racism or the laws on racism, all they have to do is put stricter laws and basically enforce them laws. And when people do things like this boat incident, they're going to lose their assets. They're going to lose their freedom. All they have to do is put more laws, put some laws in Congress, and we can change some shit. But they don't want to do that. Y'all got it.
Hey, you know what? Red Light Rom, you don't have to be rich to practice racism, right? But you have to be rich to practice systemic racism. I tried to be specific in what I was saying, meaning to have a whole systems in the world targeting certain groups of people, yeah, that takes money, man. If you understand what systematic racism is, like owning a bunch of penitentiaries, owning certain poisons that you inject in there, all of their babies at a young age that you don't inject in your babies at a young age, right? You got to have hundreds of millions of those shots every year. You got to have an education system that teaches them a false history. You got to have a religious system that teaches them a false God, they got so much shit. You got to have a food system that keeps them not really nutrition like that. You got to brother, show me when we get all that. You will never be able to practice no systematic racism against nobody, not no time soon. You do your best trying to get out of it. You can practice racism
when you said the haves and the have-nots.
Yeah, you could practice racism as if I act out my prejudice. If I say I don't like white folks and I go and kill one of them, that was a racist act. But that ain't a systematic racist act. It ain't a system targeting a group of people. It was me targeting a white person. See, well, that's what I want y'all to realize what's going on. Like the racism exists in various manifests itself in the forms of many systems that we don't even complain about. But we'll get complained because you saw the video of the white man that called that black lady a nigger. And I'm like, did you see the video of the fact that these prisons got insurance policies on these prisoners and they hope that they die up in there so they can cash in, just like with these rappers? They don't care if them niggas get shot up. That's even more money. And they get to sell more of your record when you die. Dead rappers sell the most. You worth more dead than alive. You worth more locked in a cell than walking free. And when you understand that, you wouldn't even be focused on Billy down the street because they poisoning his goddamn white son too. His white son in jail claiming Aryan brotherhood. Still thinking that he got a white privilege when they locking they poor white folks trailer park trash up too. Dude said, this shit is rich versus poor at this point.
Hey,
Man,
brother
so you think-
Sanchez, quick question. Do you think those people on a boat going to get charged fully? You know, or do you think they just going to get a smack on the wrist?
The way that is looking like is that the only people going to get charged is the ones initiated it on the working uniform officer. And that's good stuff. And I think we should soak this in and celebrate the unity and all this. I just don't think we are directing our energy in the right place. If we Marlon Wayans tweet, come on, man. There's more important shit surrounding this. But that just show you like black social media just always wants something to trend, something to soap about, tea about, gossip about. And it ain't always helpful because this is just going to take the focus off, these brothers. We need to be really focused, keeping our eyes on Montgomery. This is a damn distraction. Because it's always going to be some people that's kumbaya. Hey, man, we should all be getting along. And they ain't wrong, but we don't want to hear that at this time, like we said. So I don't think it should be a big focus. That's just my opinion with this whole thing.
Be down there in that root right now. It feel good to wall in the ground right now. Be down low in your root. But I mean, I'm proud of them too. I ain't even gonna lie. It was a pride moment. But I do say this, bro. Being from Montgomery, Alabama, we did whoop plenty of white boys growing up. We used to do it all the time, but it was never caught on film.
And also the fact, Jerome, it was a big brawl too.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. We ain't had the internet and stuff like that when I was growing up. Mm-hmm. But yeah, man, it's more normal down there to happen than what people think it is.
Yeah, remember that movie Higher Learning when the skinhead was being racist, how they fucked him up? That's been going on.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's kind of like when they told what's her name, to get up off the bus and move to the back, and she refused to move. Well, they don't tell you that had been done several times before that. It would have been plenty of blacks already refusing to move, but they highlighted her because she was the secretary of the NAACP.
So why they choosing to show us this fight, this brawling shit now?
Well, they didn't show it. The people on the boat recorded it, and it hit social media and went viral. Who was they you were talking about?
I'm telling you right now, they really want I've been saying this shit for years. They want a race war. People just been ignoring it like that's just Sanchez always say that. But look at this shit.
Mm-hmm.
So if they want a race war, don't you think they kind of orchestrated some shit?
I don't think that they had to orchestrate it. I think that they could have took any moment and made it viral and keep on, blowing it up, making something out of nothing to accomplish that goal. So if it wasn't this incident, because they already got folks hating each other. And like we said, this is shit that go on, but is it, now that you got a incident of this magnitude on camera in a place, right, like Alabama too, that's key. Then, the South has always sparked like the whole shit for the whole rest of the nation when it come to the race shit anyway. But my thing is, like they can pretty much sit back and wait for the right one of these viral race videos, and this was the perfect one. I don't think they. To me, Occam's razor says that the path of least of resistance is this would be hell of amount of orchestrating going on, and I just think it's easy to just say people are lost today. The world is going to hell in a handbasket, and we gonna see more of this kind of shit because the race shit has been seeding up and fueling up in America, man. There's been a lot of incidents. They keep fueling little stuff in the media, and it's just got tension in the air. Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna lie, like I've been seeing like little stuff here and there, like little kids in Chicago that they had like a riot and they had jumped on some people. And then, you know, like back then, like on World Star, you used to see shit like this all the time, but it was never like blown up like this. Like, I don't know, it just feel like we pinpointing on this one video, but it's like y'all say it's like this shit's been happening.
Right. Hey, I was gonna say that on your point, Larry, because I could see where you come from, because coming from those areas, man, we see like stuff like this all the time, bro. There's a all the time. I'm in Milwaukee right now, man. You know, there was just a little special needs kid not that long ago that got choked up and misidentified by this white man. He got snatched up by the hood, made it uncomfortable for him to breathe. You know, a lot of stuff like this happen all the time when we sticking up for our people, we doing it. It's just, I see why he might think it's crisis actors, because it's like, why is this little, it ain't even, I done see crazier fights. You know, that fight wasn't even that crazy. And for all that extra stuff to happen.
Hold on, let me ask you, you saying that the fight we saw at the Montgomery wasn't that crazy?
I say it's been crazier fights on the internet and in real life.
And guess what? They all been blacks versus blacks. See, y'all missing the point that in America, when you got a race-inspired fight, especially in a state like Alabama, this ain't just no bunch of niggas on World Star, man. This is a very deep moment in America that if this shit can spark protests and all that. Eventually, if these court cases don't go right, let them try to lock them black folks up. Shit gonna go left in Montgomery.
If a white dude choking out a black special needs kid ain't start, and that's all proof, you know what's gonna start one?
Brother, I'm just letting you know right now. They wanted to. Black folks are selective what they get their energy behind. I don't control that, and I can tell you right now, this shit got most of black people in America's attention, dog. So they definitely not playing about this one, all right?
Real talk.
But that's what I mean. Bro. That's why I see where Larry coming from. Cause why does this video it hit everybody?
I'm trying to share with you why. Can you show me a video right now of a brawl between a bunch of black guys versus a bunch of white guys, niggas falling in water, hitting with chairs, doing wrestling moves, listen, don't cut me off, and it's all race inspired. Show it to me. We finna wait. No, let Joshua and Larry give us your link. We want to pull it up.
You got that one. You definitely got that one. You definitely got that one.
Go on YouTube and type in Jeff Hardy jumping off the that 20-foot ladder, landing on his head and shit.
I'd rather not, brother. We cool on it. It's pointless to do, man. Let's not play games. We ain't children. Anybody else want the mic, man? Like, come on, man. Let's be serious.
I just want to say, man, it's different because it's in the South, man, where, you know, slavery got a whole different significance coming out the South. So that's why those people were so happy that shit happened like that. The rest of the world just catching on, riding the tail of this shit, but it got a whole different meaning and a whole different sense of pride with somebody from the South. You know, so for you to not really have a tie to that deep South slavery or segregated type energy, then you're not gonna really understand, and people trying to make sense. Was it staged or why this and why that? That's how it is in the South.
Guess
It's
what,
just how it
y'all?
is in the South.
Hey, Key, they say it's plenty of videos like the one in Montgomery in the South. Where they at? I
Hell
got
no.
my
Hell no.
guess what somebody just said? Bro Sanchez, you search it. I know what to search for my shit, Alabama waterfront brawl. I need to know what to put in for your shit. You just want me to go in there and put in a bunch of black folks fighting a bunch of white folks? I ain't finna do that. You can do that though and pull it up on my screen and all that. I want a specific incident right there. You reaching. That's called reaching. Let me find a bunch of black folks fighting some white folks to prove him wrong. No, nigga, this showing you the kind of racism that's been going on in Montgomery. That's why.
So wait. Can I point out a point in the video where I was just like scratching my head?
No, we can't. I don't want to hear you dissect and break down those signs. It was one point where he threw up the sits, and when he threw up the hat, you know, and all that little crazy shit, bro. Come on. And if anybody in the chat room challenging me, block them, y'all, because you can. I told niggas that you can fight me in the ring and not in the alleyway.
Salute to everyone. Salute to the chat panel.
And when I'm in this ring, swinging and swinging, I don't want to hear a nigga's chatter outside the ring. Once I told him, okay, man, step up here in the ring. Now I'ma just stay outside the ring and talk my shit. Security, get his ass out of here. You gonna step up in the ring when he challenge me, or stop being a distraction on the outside of the ring while I'm kicking butt. What's good, my brother T. Riggles?
Hey, man, salute to you. Salute to everyone here, man. I love what I saw. It's how anyone wants to view it. You feel me? It just shows that, hey, we can unify. Stop playing. You know what I mean? And so I really wanted to touch on what Marlon said right here, because it says edited. So I think he was trying to say something and he didn't know how to say it. But all I want to let it be known, like, I don't care what you're talking about, Marlon. If that happened to your brother, Marlon, and someone rushed your brother, hey, you're down there in a second. There isn't a thought or a debate about that. And then when you would have hopped in to save your brother and you was in Montgomery, Marlon, everyone would have came down there to help. So, this edited thing, he's trying to say something, and I don't think,
you know what,
his
man?
handlers.
Can I say something real quick? I've been staring at this thing, and I ain't even peeped the word edited the whole time. Damn. Yeah, but you got it. Like, you got it.
He tried to say something, and I feel him on a small scale, but yeah, let's take this to a higher level. I feel you, Marlon, but if you was down there in Montgomery and someone rushed one of your brothers or family members, it's on site. It's no debates about this.
Yeah. My thing for Marlon is, if you felt this way, say nothing, because my thing is, I feel this way, but I wasn't even thinking about that. I was too busy congratulating Aquaman and rewatching that footage like, hell yeah, nigga, get him with the chair. Boom. Hey, and when I read this, I was like, okay, he right, but back to the video, nigga. Aquaman, get him. Boom. Hey, nigga, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, but it didn't make me get all mad like them. But yeah, I want to put the shit out there, though.
So who's the message for it?
Because it's like if somebody do something to one of your children, a P word or something, and you get vengeance on them, and a nigga show up telling you, man, have love, man, have love, I'm just saying, that ain't, you got to pick those moments, dog. Like, and that ain't like, nah. Them niggas needed an ass whooping in that moment. And if anybody needed love in their heart, it was the racist white folks. The black folks, that black man wasn't bothering no damn body. So, at the end of the day, yeah.
Nobody.
And see, here's the thing too. You know what I'm saying? Let's. I love the title. You're triggering folks. You feel me? But I know what you're talking about, though, Sanchez. You know what I mean? The system, people, the whole system, worldwide here, we're all under this system, right? And Sanchez is just pushing your buttons to make you realize we're all underneath, we're all in it. You feel me? And anyone that you're thinking or debating, you know, about the slavery thing, we're all slaves right now. We need to know certain things, you know what I mean? And as your premise, people, you got to keep certain things as your premise, right? And as Neely Fuller states, and I love his premise, we're at war, period. Let's not debate about this anymore, right? We don't need to say if, ands, or maybes. You know, we're in it. Don't forget this, people. You know what I'm saying? And I love the chat. I love how we're speaking. I'm loving this energy right here. You know what I mean? It's this, you know, I like to call myself, if I'm going to give myself a title, you know, this revolutionary thing going on with me. You know, this is, I'm feeling this. I'm really feeling this.
Bro, we're not
You know what
supposed
I
to
mean?
be going to war with our neighbors, though.
But listen, I'm gonna tell you what I'm tripping off though, right? You got black people in Montgomery right now. After this incident, they got to live among the white people in Montgomery. When they walk in the grocery store, the flea market, black folks, white folks, if you this one black guy that's in a crazy situation where, okay, all of a sudden I'm surrounded by whites, ain't no black people around. The situation is that more intense now after this if you're in Montgomery. My point to this is, for the rest of the world and black Twitter and all these other places, it's just some social media trendy shit to them. But for people in Alabama, this is a fucking reality, bro. That's like Crips and Bloods in LA, and it's other people that just watch their lifestyle and it's trendy to them. They talk about it for views. But if you was living in LA, that's real life. So that's what I'm saying about me coming. You see what I'm saying? Like, a lot of folks say, man, that go on everywhere. So why y'all so shocked, though, with the video? Then when you say that, they say, well, we shocked because it's staged. It's a hoax. And that's why it's blowing up and it's viral. Like, this is double talking. It's double talking.
Hey, look, Sanchez, I swear, when that OJ case happened in LA, you know what I mean, Cali. So when that OJ case and he got off, do you understand? Every brother out here we were throwing it in people's faces. I mean, we shouldn't have really done that. But so what? For the first time, it felt like LA felt like we got justice for the first time. You feel me? And so I totally feel the vibe from Alabama. You know what I mean? I feel the vibe all over the states. Because even just for the people in the chat and everyone listening, yo, you're gonna represent your state, yo. Represent your state with pride too. Let it be known, like, yeah, we're very intelligent and we understand the silent war that's going on here. You know what I mean? So
that's kind of
yeah, I'm not. I'm gonna tell you right now, man. I'm here to represent myself first, right? And then at the same time, once you respect me, just know that I'm a product of Alabama, and that I represent my state through me. I'm showing you the ideology of a nigga who come from the state. So, I mean, that shit, hey, that's all I can give you right there. But salutes me, myself,
good,
to
bro?
all of y'all, man.
Yeah, you killing it.
Yo, what's good, my brother?
Hey, I damn sure feel you, bro. Real talk. Other niggas that come from there, man, grew up, born and raised there, man, lived my whole life in Belmont. Man, it's like, you know, I went through damn racism, and like I said, I got sit in the ant bed. You feel me? They pulled me out the car, sat me in the ant bed, bro, and he finna draw the gun because I was trying to get away from the ant, man. So I got beat the fuck up. You feel me? It was crazy, man. That shit was crazy. Yeah, they did that shit.
Hey, they do for sure. Yeah, they know. We from the South. We know what it's like. But hey, what's good, man? What's good, bro? It's been a minute.
What up? What up?
Hey,
What up?
cracking, people?
What's good with it, man?
Hey,
Grand Rising,
look.
everybody. Grand Rising.
Y'all know for sure. Me myself love putting hands on people. I love a good fist fight. I don't see nothing wrong with men fighting. I don't see nothing wrong with that. That's what we supposed to do.
Neither, bro.
But look,
That's
like repeat game though. That nigga with the plastic chair, he going to jail. I don't know if y'all noticed. But that white lady.
Hey, they raise money. They raise money for
nigga,
every lawyer.
Listen. That white lady, I don't know what she did, but she was sitting down when she got rocked with that jump.
Yeah,
he going to
rocked
jail.
twice,
Everybody
he
else.
rocked
Now
twice.
look, the nigga that swam across, right? I don't know if y'all peep game. That was the one that suplexed the white boy. After this man swam, got out the water.
16 years old.
Yo.
Now watch this, right?
energy-
Watch this shit though, right? What's crazy about what you saying, right? When you watch that video, after he rock bottomed the nigga, the other nigga did the little leg that they do in wrestling and shit.
Yep, the Hulk Hogan joint off the third row.
Hey man,
That's what I'm saying. Like WWE.
My cousins know them niggas. I'm gonna call
Bro,
home
how's
for
this shit?
my cousins know them niggas, man. I ain't
How's
even
this
call home.
shit rigged though, man? How's it
But
rigged,
I am
man?
tomorrow though. I'm finna call home today. I'm gonna let y'all know if my family know them niggas, cause they probably know them.
They probably do, yo. That's funny. But yo, all right. Here's a serious tip, though, right? Here's a serious point. Do y'all understand that we're not the ones that's gonna spark this race war? It's gonna be the police that see this. It's gonna be the undercovers. It's gonna be the white boys that really don't give a fuck that are going to fire off on these liberal talking points, on this so-called progressive movement. So we gotta understand, listen. We need to be aware that this is a ploy. It's controlled opposition. That's all this is. Plantation politics on the side. The name of the biggest vote was Harriet.
I think it happened for real, but I think the way that they using it is fucked up. You feel what I'm saying? But it happened.
Yeah, this happens
in
all
the
the time.
video and going viral. That kind, they just letting it ride the way.
But look,
feel what I'm saying?
listen what I'm saying. They knew for a fact that there was gonna be drunk white people out there next to the biggest boat named the Harriet. This is where all the workers are black. This is a black area, obviously, right?
Yeah.
All the workers are black. All those blue shirts are black. Then you got
It's the riverfront area. It's
you
a
from
white
there,
area.
right? Now, what's crazy is you got some hillbillies that
It's
know
right by
this.
the biscuit stadium, the baseball stadium.
Exactly. And these hillbillies knew this, obviously. And they were like, we're sick and tired of seeing it. I know the energy of certain people. I'm from Richmond, Virginia, the capital of the Confederacy. So I understand this shit better than most. We just got over our shit early because we went through it the first. We the capital of the Confederate Army. So we went through it and got over it quicker. So now, like literally we had beat a white boy day in high school, like out here in Verona, Highland Springs. So this stuff goes real deep. And then the white boys become police officers. And guess what? We're going to eventually see them again later in life. So we got to understand that if we're not paying attention to the infrastructure that propagates this type of energy, then we're going to be on the losing end of this so-called race war. And the intelligent people don't want a race war because that's stupid.
Hey, listen, I hate to interrupt you, but them young niggas in Montgomery about that life.
They don't care, I know.
The white boy playing, look, I don't think they want that. Really
They don't
think
care. Listen,
look,
man,
bro,
if the
them
majority of
niggas
the
in
police
Montgomery
ain't
do not
black,
play.
they don't care. Yeah, but the police do.
Them young niggas a whole different breed from what we was. I'm telling you, them niggas do
I get
not
that.
care.
You're right. They don't care about life or death. You're right. It is what it is to them. But we got to know.
All I was going to say real quick is that the city, that was a city, the city owns that dock. They ain't not letting them poor white trash get in, mess up their money or anybody else. Y'all got it.
That's right. You right. You right about that.
Bro, I was gonna say that shit that Marlon Wayans saying, man. I ain't even gonna lie, I don't rock
That's
with
a
that
business.
shit. I feel like
business. They
every
making
time
profits
shit
off of that.
happen to
Y'all got it.
about that.
I feel like every time some shit happen to black people, it's always them couple black people that try to step up and try to, you know what I'm saying, like make it about a whole everybody type issue and shit. Don't no other race do that shit either.
And he's a white girl. And Marlon Wayans is a white girl. So I don't want to hear shit he got to say.
But
I'm gonna tell you who needs it.
That's why I said, because think about this, right? I wouldn't be surprised if Marlon Wayans hijack all the black YouTube attention and then introduce a new fucking series on y'all ass.
Marketing at its prime.
Yep.
Man, his career dying like a motherfucker anyway. That's why these motherfuckers always got something to say about some major issue type shit, because they trying to keep themselves relevant. They see that YouTubers is pretty much taking their whole audiences away around this motherfucker.
That's
so they
right.
trying to get
That's right.
Snatching them
on
up.
bandwagon
Cause a
and shit.
riot in New York City off of video game streaming. Cause a whole city to be shut down off of playing video games, my nigga. It's
I got
changing.
something to say.
And you know what? You know who the you know, we gotta have, you know, that's fun with this. You know, the MVP. We need the offensive player out of this in the game and the defensive player. So to me, the MVP is the black woman that was recording it, the commentary.
Facts on point.
Yes, the MVP.
Stephen A. Smith
You know what I'm
was, yeah,
saying?
for sure.
Oh, and this comment.
Nigga with that plastic chair.
I'm telling you, man,
Don't be mad when they send that nigga with the plastic chair to jail. He's supposed to go to jail.
Let me tell you
And
something.
everybody
real
else
quick.
is too.
Watch this.
He gonna go.
I wouldn't be surprised if he don't go to jail. Let me tell you why. Just because he have an object in his hand, it don't make his shit more or less to me. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, in a brawl situation, once everybody start engaging to swinging blows, you can't motherfucking now decide what level I could take that shit. If I feel my life is in jeopardy in certain states, nigga, it's like, hey man, you can't decide when I'm gonna have a fist fight. If I got that thing on me,
Alabama is a stand your ground state.
Right. If I got a knife on me and you come up trying to fight me and start swinging blows at me and I shank you 2 times and you die, you can't say, well, he had a knife, he should know. You know, you can't decide my level of retaliation. I can completely fuck you up.
My uncle did that. In Montgomery, dude ran up on him and tried to swing on him, and he pulled out a knife and stabbed him twice. He had a big knife too, broke it off him. And he got it. He got off. He didn't even have to go to court on it. They let him go because he defended himself.
Right, because basically you can't decide for me that you're gonna have a fist fight today, brother Sanchez.
That's right.
I might not feel like fighting. My back might hurt.
That's
No,
right.
bro, no, pop.
That's
Thanks,
right. You're right. Yeah, you can't tell somebody when they're in fear of their life. That they just had a case like that. I forget, it was a while ago, but yeah, you can't tell me once you spark that energy. All right, now I'm done, because I don't know that you're done scaring me or threatening my life. So as soon as I feel you threatening my life, and you don't know the level of what my threat level is, from green to orange or red or whatever, right? So absolutely correct.
That's right.
But that lady sitting down,
like that.
Nope. But that lady sitting down is not a threat to that black man with the chair in his hand over his head. So he's not gonna win that case.
But me,
He's just not
myself,
gonna win
and
that
I,
case.
real quick, she was a threat early because she was stomping on workers.
That's what I was saying.
She was
I didn't
a
see
part
that
of the
yet.
riot.
Yeah,
So she
but in
was
the court
a
of
threat.
law,
So
but in the court of
she
law,
just turned into a she
that
just turned into a Karen after getting her ass whooped.
I
bruh.
get that.
That's
I
all
get
that is.
I get
She
that
was
we don't
kicking
like
the worker when he was there. Go ahead,
Watch
you got
this,
it, brother.
right? There was, I keep telling you, the little boy in Chicago, the dude in the restaurant was punching his mama in the face. He pulled out the gun and shot the man up dead right there. And he didn't do 1 day in jail. Look, and that's because why didn't Chicago police say, well, look, why didn't you fight him? Why you had to go straight to a gun? He just had knuckles. Because you don't decide when I'm a fight or not. You start swinging at me, beating on me, and I can get my hand on that thing and put one in you real quick. You should have kept your hands to yourself, man. Because think about it, right? Let's say you doing it to an old lady. So what you think the police gonna tell that old lady, wait a minute, why didn't you fight grandma when they was trying to snatch your purse? No, she shoot. And they can say, well, they didn't have a gun. Well, that's an old lady, she shot him, she had a gun. Too bad for them, for the robber, right? So it don't matter about the police ain't gonna say, well, you fit, brother Sanchez, you ain't old enough to get that law. No, that's for everybody, every age.
I'm telling you, because look, if you attack the police, right? If you punch the police with all of the tools on that motherfucking tool belt that the police got, do you think the police gonna try to fist fight you back, or do you think they gonna tase you or mace you or hit your ass
Guess
with a
what they gonna
baton?
do? They gonna put
law enforcement
they
is
gonna
supposed to be 1+1. Oh my bad.
No, I was just gonna answer him real quick. What they gonna do? They gonna motherfucking put that Holy Ghost on you. That's what they gonna do. That cause you know when folks get the Holy Ghost, think about it. When folks get the Holy Ghost and they eyes go to rolling in the back of their head and they body freezing up, that's that taser. That's that they gonna put that Holy Ghost on you. Rating.
That's right. 1+1. You in law
He said
enforcement
rating.
in Alabama is 1+1.
They gonna finish him.
So whatever step you go, they can go a step higher. You feel me? That's what the law is supposed to be.
They say meet it with equal or greater force.
Greater force. So the whole thing about when people driving cars and they shoot them in their cars, they can say they fear for their life because you were going to ram them with the car. So that's how they be getting away with that, shooting people in the car, you know, and all kinds of shit. Man. They just low down, bro.
Yep, the car is a weapon. Don't drive away. I thought you was gonna hit me. Pow, 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 pow.
The crazy shit is trying to go back to normal after this shit. Like bro said, living in Bama, I bet the tension's high as fuck right now.
Thick. Yep. Because when that white boy ran over that white girl in Charlottesville, whatever, Virginia, right? Northern Virginia. Like that was, I'm glad bro and keep running that back up because our energy. Do y'all feel like whenever something crazy happens, like George Floyd, y'all act different towards white people?
But watch this though.
No,
think about. I'm gonna answer you right. If I was living in Montgomery right now, and I know I got my favorite eating joints, I go get my coffee here, my donuts here. It's gonna be different because I'm gonna walk in there and now the white lady that's making my food or the white man that's making my food, some gonna click like, wait a minute. They probably spit in my shit now after that brawl. Wait a minute. If a nigga live in Montgomery right now, you might want to, be mindful of you can't just go back to those same like every kind of, you might have to be selective now. They might get you back in another way, nigga. Here, take that, eat that.
Exactly, bro.
Hey, you eat on the west side.
They gonna get there, get back.
That's a real shit. That's a real.
And that's why I worry about the what they call it hip hop jumps or knocking or fight anything that has to do with race relations. Man, the end goal is fitting to be real weird. Because the people that control this media don't look like us. The people that are blasting this over the airways do not look like us. We don't own this shit. So we got to pay attention. It's controlled opposition, like bro was just saying. The after effect, the trickle down, the snowballing effect of this is going to be us having to deal with more racism. Not us fighting against, like, we think that us talking about, like, we in the conscious community have a greater understanding or foresight than the average. So they will look towards us on how we're supposed to deal with this situation. That's why I want to make sure that we don't just laugh at it. We actually deconstruct it and find something constructive and progressive to lead us into a better future. Because if we don't, it's just another situation, like what bro said, that's just gonna cause more tension, more racist interactions with each other, when that's not what we need right now. And one more thing, Marlon Wayans. Hey, one more thing. Marlon Wayans, in that quote, I don't think we understand. They were playing a song about come do this in our town. It's a country song about I bet you won't do that here. What happened when the George Floyd riots? So when he's saying stop it, don't do that in our town, he's referencing a song that they were blasting at that jump about how these Negroes ain't fitting to take over and do what they did in that small town over here. So that's what he's really referencing.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you this. I hope Marlon Wayans come out and I hope he be like, look, guys, let me go ahead and speak out about my tweet. I want to tell all the racist white folks out there, y'all need to learn how to love like us black folks. And if he go right there with this tweet, y'all can't be mad at that man at all. That's some real. Matter of fact, he'll flip it like a motherfucker on y'all head, nigga. For real, though.
I hope he do that. I hope that's what it ends up being.
Yeah. But
Niggas
my
like
whole
that,
point,
they gonna
man,
say
back to
something to the
that
black
point,
people,
man.
but not the
Listen,
white
man.
people.
We've been trying to doggone plead. We've been marching. We've been goddamn begging. We've been trying to go to the government. We've been trying to go to everybody. We've been begging for years for them to tell them to leave us alone. But I'm telling you now, bro. It's just gonna go down. They don't understand no other language. They don't
Let
understand
me explain
no
something
other
to you.
language.
I'm with you on all that. I'm talking about something separate now with this Marlon Wayans shit, right? My thing is, you gotta understand, white folks have been trying to tell the world that black folks are violent, barbaric, the niggas shoot each other up, they ain't got no love, right? And then they try to paint this picture of Jesus and the white man as this creature that's full of love and pure and forgiving and merciful and all that stuff, right? So my thing is like, if Marlon Wayans be like, look, man, the same way they come with us with their Bibles, like you black folks need to be civilized, learn how to love and all that. But if you look at what happened in that video, it's them that's barbaric. So if you flip that shit and be like, look, man, y'all motherfuckers need to learn how to love. Y'all so full of hate. It's showing now on a eugenics level. It's not us that's the primitive gene. It's them, and we got the video proof because they starting it all the time, even all the way back to Columbus and the colonialists. So this approach ain't a bad approach, and we can still keep putting our foot on their damn neck like the Montgomery Brawl. But I'm just saying, still saying, because I don't think Marlon Wayans saying none of that. I think he's cooning it up, talking about some let's just all get along. But I'm saying if he flip it like that, that'll be his only way out of that shit. You know what I'm saying? That I'll say would be beneficial to us.
Yeah, because I understand where you're at, Marlon. I understand where all y'all celebrities are at. You feel me? You're back. You signed this contract. And you got a family, Marlon. So I get it, bro. I totally get your position. But that's the side that y'all chose. You feel me? Everyone on this side here, right? Everyone in the chat, we've chose this side where we can voice our opinion and we can back our actions behind our opinion. That's where Mr. Marlon differs. You understand what I'm saying?
You know what?
Right?
And
I
you know
understand
what?
where you're at, Marlon.
Watch this. You know what's so sad about it, T? That niggas like Marlon Wayans, they are on such a boss level at this point in their career that they can kind of speak their mind a little. Like if you see what Willie D is doing, if you see what Ricky Smile is doing, if you see that, like it's a lot of motherfuckers with that bag that's gonna say what they want to say. But the question is, will they apologize later like Jamie Foxx, like Kanye West? So the thing is, yeah. But so a lot of these folks, man, they just cooning for free because they ain't nobody even handling them like that no more. They can really speak out.
And you know what bothers me? Right? And so far, since I've been riding with you, right? So far, all I've seen is King Los. Listen to me now. This is all I've seen on King Los. If any one of these actors or celebrities or entertainers, even though they're not going to do anything, they're not going to kick off any revolution, they're not going to do anything, but for them not to come to your platform, you understand what I'm saying, Sanchez? Like for the celebrities not to even reach their hand out to you. All I've seen is King Los. You feel me? And we just had our icon, Ice Cube, do something with Tucker. Wait, time out. Why are you doing it with him? If you really know a problem, how come the podcast campaign hasn't started for any actors of your celebrities? Why y'all ain't hitting these podcasts up? Because
maybe he's trying to reach another.
Marlon.
They gatekeepers.
You know what I'm saying? Just like Marlon, you and
you peep the hat.
already signed and all this.
For sure. No, you see the hat. But do you see the hat that Ice Cube is wearing though?
Trying to get paid from the big three.
Man,
Did
let me
anybody
tell
see
you
the hat
something.
he was wearing? He
I
was wearing
watched,
the monster hat.
I watched that interview with Ice Cube and Tucker, and yeah, I peeped the monster hat. I also had to force myself to fucking sit through it because it was just some. Man, I hate to say this. Ice Cube is boring to hear on some political shit. I'd rather hear his music, man, and watch his movie. No cap.
Facts. He's an idiot. He's a political idiot.
Exactly. You know, none of those actors or comedians or politicians, none of them is going to help us. You know, they ain't helping the poor. They don't have it in them. Y'all got it.
Man, Ice Cube is who they giving us right now as the woke black dude. And that's on everything. Cause people missing that shit, then they really missing it. All this Trump shit, all that big three shit, trying to work with the NBA, all of that shit is still all with the agenda, bro, at the end of the day.
Tucker was asking that nigga, why aren't people checking for you? Why don't you get welcome onto these other platforms and stuff? And Ice Cube is like, I don't know, man. I mean, out of everyone, I'm independent. I'm not being controlled by anyone. Like, I'm a boss. I'm the revolutionary, basically. And I'm like, nah, all of y'all control. Like, people been thinking for years that Ice Cube escaped the whole cabal, right? Because when he left Death Row, and he went under Suge Knight and under that whole old Jewish machine over there. But they don't know he just went under another Jewish cabal. Like, ain't no escaping this shit. They thinking like he broke free from the machine and all that because of that. But we'll talk. My bad. Let's go to T Turner, man. Big love and respect to the sister. I can hear her sister's voice. That's what I hear. Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I came on here. Move out. I only speak to real people. You know, I've been on this first time me being on your show, and I've been on Mr. Q Better. I love Mr. Q Better. Shout out to Mr. Q Better and Mr. Chris and all them. Black Power. But I didn't want to say, I'm 16. I'm 16, like, you know, and I've been looking at the chat and everybody talking about how we supposed to change all these. And I got an idea how we can change it. It's not about what we have, y'all. It's about us, handling our business, and that's all this seems to matter to me. And from what I'm seeing, we just gotta handle our business if we want, security. And what we want. It's not about what we have. Security is about handling your business. And that's all I wanted to say, Mr. Rose Sanchez.
Appreciate that, my little sister. We really appreciate you for joining. Much love to you. And salutes to Q Butter and to Urban Nerds and everything what those brothers doing.
Yo, Sanchez.
Let's go ahead. Yeah, huh? Go ahead.
I think the Boule infiltrated YouTube.
Been infiltrated it. Listen, show me the viral channels on Black YouTube right now, and the people go, bro. It's been enemies. Some been saying I need to make a Boule presentation on my channel and just call the shit out, brother. It's so much. So if you was it's so much toxic shit out here I want to talk about, bro. I'm just letting it slide, man. And it ain't really righteous of me because I can call out everybody else, but then I tell y'all that the gate guards and the Boule is right among us, and them the ones we the most reluctant to call out.
Yo, you know what'd be crazy though? Like a fucking what they call those? Like a plot twist. If you was Boule, nigga.
What happened now? Say it again.
I said, if you was Boule. Nah, I'm just playing.
What that even mean? Yup. What that even mean?
I tell you what, right?
We all know you Boule, nigga. Well, some of us do.
Hey, Larry, man, we
Yeah.
all know that you're weird, bro. I just gotta keep it
For
real, man.
sure.
Because no matter,
Weird as fuck.
just think about this. No matter what I am, you're around me 24/7. So I mean, if I was Boule, I would say you're a nigga that's campaigning to be part of my shit. You trying to get into Boule, ain't you, my nigga? Here's what you do. You ready, Larry? Unmute your mic. Unmute your mic. I'm gonna go on show. I'm Boule, and I'm gonna show you how to get in. You ready? Get your
How you get in?
notebook. All right. First, hit the hang up button right now, and I'm gonna tell you the rest.
Stop fucking up the community.
Okay, let me hit it for you.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah. Jump off a cliff, nigga. Bye.
Hey, flat motherfucker power for the flat power family.
Yeah,
Say
flat
it with
power,
your
brother.
chest next time, nigga. This nigga said you boule. Like he was asking, could he get his dick sucked or something? This
Whispering
nigga's
and
tripping.
shit. Weirdo ass.
Yeah. Fuck wrong with this nigga.
And I wanted to say real quick, we should be calling out the Boule because they're the ones still selling us down the river and still trying to sell us a dream. But y'all got it.
LeBron James. That's who thumbnail you should use. Just what his tattoo is on his chest. Use that as a thumbnail for when you do that jump.
You know, I hope everyone understands what the boule is here. For Larry and all the ones that don't really know, understand the boule is a filtering system. A filtering system. So when we see very successful brothers out here, and especially if they've joined a fraternity here, this filtering system, this is part of this racism that's going on. Do you understand what I'm saying? And so, just as my freshman college teacher said, our job as a black man, right? And she really hit me hard with this. She said, your job as the black man is to break this down so all the water can come in instead of a selective few. And that stuck with me for a long time, even though I've got Jamaican blood running through my veins. You know what I'm saying? It's just in me, right? To not go along with whatever they talking about, period. I don't give a damn what they say. You know, during the coronavirus, oh, sorry, didn't mean to say that. Didn't mean to say that. I got all worked up right there.
Well, check
But
it out.
hey, all the rules. I just said, nah, we're not doing that. Whatever you said, I'm doing opposite, right? And that's another thing we all have to really pay attention to. Whenever they say something, you have to think the opposite. They say go right, you go left. They say it's up, you go down.
Automatic.
You
You're
understand?
right. Yep.
Automatic. You feel me? And
Then
you know,
think
and
about it.
empower yourself. Empower yourself with as much knowledge as you can, and I fall back.
Yeah, man. Hey, look, I wanna say to the people in the chat room, salutes to the poll, man. We had almost 600 votes, and 54% said, no, man, Marlon Wayans ain't wrong for this tweet. And the 46% that said he is wrong, we can barely even get 2-3 of them up on the call to tell us why. So that ain't really a good look. I'm gonna drop the link again. Can somebody tell? Now, one brother said because he ain't letting us have our moment. Well, that don't mean he wrong. It mean y'all just won't ignore him and soak up your moment. Not won't you. Hey, you could say, but you can still have your moment. Y'all let it distract you though. You know.
Yeah,
You
they
know,
sound like Sweet 16. Yeah, you're like you just want your moment. It's your party, and they can cry if they want to. Weak nigga anyway.
Instant gratification, man.
Nah, salutes to my brother, whoever said that though. You know, I feel him. But I just thought it'll make a good debate because sometimes we'll now everybody wanna lash out against Marlon Wayans. He's so talking about we all should just make love and not war. You know? And the cat that's saying that he ain't trying to go to war for real. See, what it is big YouTubers that want to keep making content about other people's reality. Their reality is making videos And then there's people in Montgomery who's black reality right now. They gotta protect their goddamn self. For real. And my thing is, y'all wanna incite this shit, but you don't really live in it. That's like me living in a whole nother country and I'm seeding war between the Crips and Bloods in LA. I don't live in that shit. But see, you don't want them to have a truce. What you mean, Crips and Bloods coming together with peace? I'm like, why you want them brothers to keep killing each other? It ain't all waste of time to love, you know what I'm saying? Because you ain't the one in war, though. If you was literally the one in war, you would want the fucking truce, trust me. That's what I'm talking about, the hypocrisy of Black Hutu. They just want the right to keep egging on the mess on social media. It's internet shit. That's all I'm pointing out.
Facts. Drama and toxic energy, I've seen like our youth, our people feed off of it like an archon. So yeah, it makes you think.
True.
I would say this too, fellas. Say this. Some of you might not like what I'm about to say, but you know, I really do. This is how I feel, right? I don't know if war fighting physically is the answer. I think we have to outsmart the whole thing. Just as Michael Jackson said on his contract, right? I guess they missed what Michael Jackson said, and he said, "Hey man, I was just doing good business, you know." And he was able to own half of Sony. So with that, you know, let's use our minds. We already know we're physically fit and physically tough and all of that jazz, right? But can we outthink them? And I'll fall back.
Yeah, and that's what he told Paul McCartney of the Beatles when he asked for his rights back in his match. He was like, "No, it's just good business. Sorry, guy. You can't get your stuff back."
Now, guess what, y'all? I'm flattered because guess what people is saying? They think that it's a couple of folks, not a few, but I want to entertain them. They think that I'm boule for real. And check this out. I'm flattered by it. Like, damn, bro, that's kind of flattering in a way, in a evil way. Like, you see me on this level that I'm controlling shit like that. You know, that I got
Some
this
people
kind of
really think that
power.
about you, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, because they
That's
see your
interesting.
influence and how,
Yeah.
and they see how your energy is magnetic to people of like minds.
But
Who
that ain't
want to
what
be
that ain't
no
what
longer
that ain't what the boule. They ain't got no magnetic energy. They got some cold
No, just to
satanic
follow.
energy.
Yeah, you're right. I think they think you are that because of your following and how many people flock to what you're teaching.
No.
Right?
Okay, check it out,
That's
right?
the only way I
So
think.
check
Yeah.
it out, right? I got 250,000 people total that I know follow me. So that's 250,000 people. Guess what, yo? It's teenage gamers with 10 million subs right now playing Call of Duty.
Yep.
Hey, the bottom line is you
Bro, you
flattered
boule
by
and you ain't
hold on,
monetized?
listen, bro. You heard me, listen. You flattered by the fact that people think I got that much power. Where you think I'm the boule, I can stand next to Barack Obama in a seminar, and it flatters you for them to think that, damn, y'all putting me on a good pedestal there. But it's really not a pedestal. But far as what we talking about, it is. You know what I mean?
Nah, that's a spit in the face from the shit that he be trying. Nah, I mean, drop the Jews that he be dropping on us and shit to say some shit like that to him. To me,
Man.
my
Cause how you boule
Facts,
and
I
you
see
ain't
that one, Mark.
monetized, you ain't been on Joe Rogan podcast, man. You slipping if you got the boule ties, man.
he ain't been on no big shit. All shit he been on is he just been grinding to the top itself. So how the fuck is he boule? Like that don't
That's
even make
the
sense.
flattering. That's the flattering part. But for them to still put him on that level and he did none of that, it's flattering. It's like you putting me next to Akunaten. And I'm like, bro, I'm just a dude on YouTube, bro, spitting this game. and it's flattering that
You know
people
what?
accept the game as that powerful.
Nah,
But
that
It's,
shit
it's
real dick
you know what
sucking.
that shit be that symbolism and all that too. But I can't help that if that's what folks wanna say, man. You know, you always gonna have. You know, man. It's some folks really think a nigga was cloned. I made the they clone Tyrone shit, and I came back right. I cracked a joke, and then in my next couple of streams, it was for like, yo, Sanchez really clone, man. You think I'm a lie? I'm looking in the chat room, I'm like, bro, people really, damn, boy, damn, boy.
You should do what you said and just entertain that shit sometimes. If they really
Nah, they
that
slow.
dumb, entertain.
Nah, don't entertain them motherfuckers. They is slow, bro.
or no, or you lace them up with the game and say, well, how many times, nigga? Because it's not a lie, but it's something. The way they thinking about it is a lie. But when you understand, you come from the greatest grandfather and grandmother ever in your lineage, and your blood was produced from somewhere. Yeah, you is a clone. You just ain't clone from them. You clone from nature, and just ask them how many times. Cause I know I've been here a long time, bro. Not in this form, but I can give you a lot of forms I was here in. But y'all got
Yeah,
it.
yeah, but that's natural, you know that. But the way they
Hey,
trying to put it, like on some dick eating shit, like they just dick eating Sanchez, like it's weird.
yeah, it is crazy, and I'm telling you right now, if anybody in the chat room want to debate me on a flat Earth, I can beat up on you too, on that too. So, and we can put the timer up. Guess what? I got some fair brothers on this chat room that are moderated. They'll make sure that I can't mute you, right? I can't talk over you. We got moderators here, so we can do all that. Yeah, we can get
Hey,
it in.
bro. Question, bro. Hey, bro. Hold up. Hold up. Can you hear me, bro?
Yeah, we can hit salutes, Water Walker.
To lose, bro. Hey, when I'm gonna get my wrench on sit down, gonna sit down with
Oh man,
Sanchez.
oh nah, man. Put some in the chat right quick, right now.
I got you. Hold up.
Yeah, man. Come on up with this smoke, man. Real talk. Whatever the smoke is, cause I see a lot of talkers, but they ain't.
It
Hold
seemed
up,
like
hold up. Who
that.
got somebody saying? Wait a minute.
Kai
Somebody,
Sean, go ahead.
somebody saying they got smoke, but they really got rumble because they background is kind of not. Who is this with this?
This is my phone, man. I gotta get a better device.
Okay, now you sound clear. Go ahead with your. You got it. We can hear you.
Okay, you still can hear me?
Yeah.
I'm one of the people that said Marlon Wayne was wrong for that tweet because what he posted, it really left for interpretation. He didn't say nothing.
Hold on. I want to say something. Whenever I talk, the rumble start, but whenever you talk, you're clear. So what's gonna happen is while you talking, I'm gonna be quiet, and when I'm talking, I'm gonna mute you so we don't hear the rumble. And that way, so you gotta unmute your mic every time. So go ahead and unmute your mic and go ahead, brother. I just want to let you know that.
Okay, respect. But I had a couple problems with the Marlon Wayne thing. He is wrong because if you know you're a celebrity, you know a tweet about that situation gonna get a lot of attention. And you didn't say anything that was clear cut and precise. You just put a little vague comment or that just left up for interpretation. So it's like if you're not, you know you got celebrity, you know you got influence, you supposed to say something. And then at the same time, that man been famous for over 30 years. He can't speak for regular people. He don't speak for me. He don't speak
At
for
all.
regular. He ain't important at all. So that's why I say he should. Look, he can't. That's my smoke.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm gonna kind of challenge that because I met Marlon Wayans in real life, and he's just a regular nigga, bro. These is all.
Hold up
Hey,
now.
bro, that's cool. That's cool, but
Hold up. when that brother not talking, he gotta mute his mic because the rumble only happen when y'all talk while he's unmuted. So y'all go ahead.
Nah, I was saying that man been rich all his life. You feel what I'm saying? Nah, we can't do that. Just because you met him and he was a cool dude. Nah, them motherfuckers had money for the longest. They had, you know what I mean? Like, so we ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna make it seem like he just a regular motherfucker like us. No.
I mean, but we can't automatically make it seem like they in the Illuminati. We don't have no proof of the Illuminati, bro. No pictures of nobody sacrificing, none of that shit.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this, be real with you. Them niggas is comedians, but they've been getting black ignorance through the media for the longest. You gotta pay attention.
But you fighting a war though that's black and white, bro. You got to get off that chessboard, bro.
I'm not on that. Listen, I don't even believe in race. This is the thing about it. See, the black and white agenda is pushed through both sides. That's why I don't fuck with Tyler Perry movies and shit like that, because they're pushing that black propaganda shit. That they pushing that. That's how black people act, and y'all motherfuckers be loving these dudes.
See, bro, you still stuck over here though. That's not just happening in America, bro. It's plenty of people like in Pakistan. And Pakistan and India, bro, is pretty much the same race wars, bro.
Bro, them motherfuckers be racist against each other over there.
We are too. What are you talking about? We are too.
Listen. It's not even racist. They just be fighting amongst each other. They don't be on no racist shit. They don't be looking at a nigga like you black as fuck. I don't like you. Like, that's not what happens across seas.
They do. In
bro,
India, they do kill each other based on the color of their skin. They do. If you dark out there, they kill you because you dark. Darker than
God.
average.
Hey, my God.
In Japan,
hold on.
Bro, they do not like dark-skinned people.
Listen, I'm gonna say something. I know mad people, and I'm not capping. I know mad people that been out of the country. My cousin Jalil, he was in the military and shit like that. All that shit that motherfuckers be saying like that shit's not fucking true, bro. In Puerto Rico, that's America still. They got a little section that's like that. Like, they be kind of weird against darker skinned people. But, bro, when you go to other countries, bro, they don't be like black or white. They be like, this is my friend from wherever you at. Like, I'm from Harrisburg, PA. They'd say he's a Harrisburgian. He's from PA. He wouldn't even say nothing about my color. They don't do that in other countries like that, bro. Like, y'all
right, that's
tripping.
what I'm saying, bro. It's
y'all
not
talking
black
about
and
what the
white,
media give y'all.
but it's still war the same way as Crips and Bloods here, bro. You have this side against the other side.
It's war everywhere, bro. I said that. I said they fight amongst each other. It's war everywhere. We talking about racially driven shit. That's some American shit, bro. Y'all tripping.
Not true, bro. I got Middle Eastern friends, bro, who come from there, families from there, and they tell you,
let me say something.
They have race wars out there, bro. Against color of the skin.
Everywhere around the world, they practicing, every government practicing racism, divide and conquer, black versus white. That's facts.
Even if the country's not dominantly black, that don't make sense to me.
And listen, even if you in a country where it ain't black and white people, that government, if it's different people, they're putting them against each other.
Yeah, I know that. That's why I said they make them fight amongst each other. But the racist shit, that's a real American thing. Like, that's a real American thing. Like, they war over prejudice, different reasons in different countries and shit like that. But and they do racist shit. That's fact.
If people think that the American government is the only government in the world that practices divide and conquer, boy, we lost. We slow.
No, I'm not saying that, bro.
I know you ain't. I'm talking about the people in the chat room.
Okay. Oh, all right, yeah.
They saying that what we saying ain't true. That everywhere ain't going through what we going. It is. Everywhere,
yeah, but it's just in different ways.
Yeah, it's just different ways. That's right.
It's in the same way. It's in the same way, brother.
It's in the same way, but it's different people. I think what we're trying to say.
No, it's different people. But I'm saying how we call it racism here. That's just a caste system. If you could take the word racism and just say we all live under a caste system in one shape, form, or another.
But also,
Look,
bro,
you
like you
gotta.
gotta realize this.
It's on me, bro. You gotta realize this. It's on me. Now, dig this part though. You gotta understand that no matter where you at, it's gonna be a forming a division, no matter what color it is.
I
Now, if
said that,
you
bro.
from
I said that.
listen, bro, I ain't done talking. If you from America, I don't care what color you is. If you go to another country, they gonna call you an American, and they might show racism to you. No matter if you white, black,
That's
no
not
matter.
racism.
All
That's
right,
true.
listen, dumb person.
Guess what?
All right, cool.
That's nationalism. And guess what?
Right.
It's still the same paradigm that mean we ain't hating you because of your skin color and shit like that. We hating you because of your flag and nationality. That mean
Right.
any one of you Americans, we hate you. And there's some countries out there, yo, they don't care what race, what skin tone you is, dog. If you're an American, they hate you, bro. It's
Right.
some countries out there like this. But so
All I'm trying to
it's
say, bro.
all it's all kind of forms of division and hate at the end of the day.
Yeah, all I'm trying to say, bro, is that in other countries, it's not as crazily driven by race. Like you got motherfuckers in America that just think that because we driven from race so much. Like in Germany, I was just talking to this bull. I roof. I be doing roofing. I was just talking to this bull. He's from Germany. This bull was like, one of the guys thought it wasn't black people in Germany. He said it's black people everywhere in Germany.
But you missing the point. Here go the point. Listen, here go the point. Is there an American black person in Germany?
Bro,
They're
we're not
gonna
talking.
treat that as listen, bro. Hey, bro, listen, bro. The American black person in Germany is gonna be treated different than a Germany
Every
black
person from
person.
America will be
Bro, man,
treated
just
different in other
listen one
countries.
time, dude. Can you learn something? Please, young man.
Just let him finish the statement for the sake of let's keep the seat. Go ahead.
All right, cool.
Y'all
I'm
go
gonna
ahead.
go ahead and mute up.
No,
Dude,
I'm
gonna let
saying,
you get it
say
off.
what you saying about the American person
All
in
right.
Germany, and then
All
let
right,
Water
cool.
Walker go ahead and rebuttal that.
All right, cool. Water Walker. If you take an American any color and face them with any color in Germany, they're gonna get stereotyped. They're gonna get race performed on them. So if I go over there and you a black person from Germany and I'm a black person from America, I'm gonna get treated different than you. If I'm a white person from America and you a white person from Germany, I'm gonna get treated different than you. That's the point we making. But
Bro,
you
you
got
literally just said everything me and Bro Sanchez just said, bro. Literally.
No, I said it. I don't know what you're talking about,
Nigga,
bro.
we just said that. We just said if you go
Hey,
to a
but
different
Water
country, you're from
Walker.
America,
Water
you'll
Walker.
get treated different. It's a
But
prejudice
Water
thing.
Walker.
It's not a black or
But
white
listen
thing.
to me. Water Walker, listen to me though,
I
brother.
got you, bro.
My
I'm listening.
my best friend growing up is Congolese, right? He's from the Congo. But most of his family grew up in France because when they left Africa, that's where, you know what I'm saying, a lot of his family still is to this day. Look
Yeah.
up how French people treat black people in the riots and shit that's going on over there to this day. You know what
Hey,
I
bro,
mean?
I'm not saying that it don't happen.
Hold on, Water Walker, don't cut me. Hold on, Water Walker, come on.
I got you, bro. My bad.
Give me. Let me get my train of thought out, bro. What I'm saying is, I'm not saying you're not saying this happening. I'm saying you think that because you're used to the way it happened here, that it don't happen over there like that. And I'm saying, not speaking from something that I'm speculating on. I'm speaking from people who experience it. Like, yeah, the same type of racism that go on here, we experience that with French people, Italian people. You're in Europe, all the way up to Belgium and Germany and motherfucking England. It's the same type of racism. Same way you got pockets of where, like, German people, like you said about Germany, it's pockets where black people is cool. But for the most part, if you leave out of them designated areas and you in the country or you just out and about or whatever, that's still Nazi Germany, bro. You're still not good there. You see what I'm saying?
And look, Waterworks, what the point you missing is this. Like you said, you know a friend from Germany that's black, and you say it's black people all through there, and they don't experience none of that. What we're telling you is the American blacks and
Watch
the
this.
American Mexicans and the American white people and the people that come from America is going to experience the same racism. But go ahead, y'all got it.
I want to say this. I think that we trying to make the argument that black people get the worst treatment everywhere in the world. And I think that what Waterwalk is saying is that ain't necessarily true. That ain't so cut and dry. How you get treated ain't dictated by you being black and white everywhere in the world.
Yes. Yes, that's all I'm trying to say. In
And
some
that's
places
the
it might
thing.
be worse. Wait. Let me talk.
In
Some places it might be worse.
yeah, some
It might be
places
worse.
how you get treated may be dictated on other things other than black right. That's
Right.
some American shit that we do that we got, you know.
That's what I'm
So
trying to tell them.
No. But listen to what I'm saying though. Any place in the world where I've known people to travel, have best friends to travel, whether it's at 100% or whether it's at 75%, they all say that skin color racism exists. That's what I'm saying. You being a black person, it don't matter if you're a French black person, American black person, African black person, or Indian person that's too dark skinned.
but
When
watch
they
this
travel
though.
outside
Watch
the
this
world,
though.
yeah.
Hold up, Bobby. A black person ain't got nothing to do with skin tone when you leave America though. That's the tricky part. Because check it out, right? This is what we gotta realize, man. Black is a political term in America. But if you go to another part of the world and you got a person that's your skin color, Bobby, that's chocolate, dark skin, and you call them black, some people will be insulted. They'll say, man, I'm not black.
Absolutely right.
I'm Nigerian,
No.
or I'm Yoruban. They'll be so
Sanchez.
insulted. That's like we can't go with our American approach everywhere in the world. We gotta travel a little bit, man.
Right.
No, you're right. And I'm not using American approach. That's why I live with my actual best friend is from the Congo. So he grew up in France. All his family's still in France. And they say when you go over to France, if I go over to France with him, he from the Congo, I'm from Chicago. They go call both of us black. No matter how we view each other, I'm saying the outside world is go identify us in France. The white French people that's walking around is gonna say that's two black people.
No,
Nah,
that ain't how it go. That ain't how it go.
Sanchez, listen to me. I'm saying this how he telling me it go. This how his family.
But you know, I lived in South Korea. I lived in South Korea for a year and a half. So I'm telling you.
That's why I was being specific to France. To South Korea got more of a black culture. They black people.
But here's the thing though. That proves what Walter Walker's saying. That everywhere in the world they don't see black and white. So if you gotta specify the French, that means you acknowledging what we acknowledge, and there are other places where that may not work at. So that's all he was saying, just to clarify the conversation.
No, I get that. No, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna debate this point there, you know what I mean? And I know that you've been in South Korea, but I will be hard pressed to say that even in South Korea, like a place like Seoul, you know, it's still that element.
Let me tell you what's gonna happen. Here's what you gotta realize. When I got to South Korea, I saw Koreans that was dark too. That was light skinned, that were Korean, and they all had chinky eyes. See, that's why I said you got to travel. When I got to Korean, I saw a combination of race mixtures that I had a culture shock. I didn't even know this was these kind of people on earth. Beautiful women. I'm talking about I saw jet black women with eyes that was more chinky than the damn white Koreans. And it was you think Marie is only an American and shit like that? Oh no, I saw listen, we don't really leave America that much. That's what I'm saying. Like if I was in Korea and I went up to one of those dark skinned or swarthy Koreans, whatever y'all want to call it, right? And I said, hey, you a black person. They'll say, no, you the black man, because they exclusively say that black culture is an American thing, and that's hip hop, BET, Crip blood, and all that. So we think that just because
I think the word black.
Yeah, that's why I was telling you, black ain't really a skin tone. It's a fucking whole Americanized culture.
I want to switch from black to dark because you're right. Black is a whole political. So a lot of political connotation. I think that dark people, no matter where they at. Yeah, go ahead.
Let me organize this argument for y'all at this point. So the argument is, the people of darker skin tone get worse treatment everywhere in the world. Is that the determining factor for how you get treated everywhere in the world? Darker skin tone. We don't gotta use black.
I'm gonna have to say yes.
Yeah, because we don't gotta use the word black. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. That's why I agree with you on the word black. You know what I mean? I could say within my own family, within my own community in Chicago, as I've seen it, in the world, even when I went to like Mexico, the black people that was in Mexico, they had them folks like ducked off somewhere. It's like in every society, I know that it's darker people and lighter people in all these different cultures, but it seems like the darker people get kind of pushed into like the more impoverished section in India,
Okay.
wherever you can go. Yeah.
Okay, so now let me just speak with you real quick. Here is let me just show you somebody real quick. This is a powerful guy, right? I'm about to show you on the screen. Let me give it a minute. Screen share. Now this dude is named Gene Ping. You know he's Asian as hell off the bat. But look at his skin tone. Let me just show you something. If you walked up to this dude and said, "Hey, what's up, my black brother?" He'll smirk like, "What the fuck you talking about? Like, I'm not black, dude. I don't rap. I don't play basketball. Like, I'm dark, but I'm not black." You know what I'm saying? We got the same skin tone, but like, I'm not your fucking brother, dude. I'm an Asian man.
No, that's the
Like,
fact.
so my
That's the
thing
fact,
is
man.
this,
Yeah.
right? But my thing is like, uh, so my whole point was he's in a powerful position, right? If I show you Jamaican royalty right now, because black people for the most part still run Jamaica, right? The monarchy of Jamaica. What is that? Okay.
I'm not
So,
sure. You know what I'm saying?
well,
So
what
I
we
don't know
do
how
know,
many.
Really,
what
Sanchez,
what
it's all been
well, what we do know is the UN run the world. But what I mean is that Jamaican black people, they sold their people out, like the African folks and stuff. They the royalty or whatever, the kings or queens selling they folks out to the queen. You know what I'm saying? So, but my thing is like black people run Jamaica. And even the Jamaican police are predominantly black people. But guess what, though? The Jamaican police still beat the fuck out of those black Jamaican people. So to say that your treatment is dictated by your skin tone, well, shit, right here in Jamaica, when you let black folks govern each other, look at how the Jamaican police do their own people. So I don't think they beat them because they black or whatever. I just think that a lot of this shit at the end of the day, and this the part y'all ain't gonna wanna hear, power tripping. I'm in an authority position. You ain't shut the fuck up. Put your hand, boom, hit your boom.
Well,
And if it ain't nobody there to police the police, then it don't matter what color the police is. You in trouble.
No, you're right, Sanchez. But even if you take the culture of Jamaica, right, they got a very, very serious culture going on with like cake soap and lightening their skin and all that. So it's like, even though what you're saying is true, it's like the juxtaposition to that is that the culture shows you that they start to actually do that on a physical level. Like they'll separate the light skin from the dark skin. So like, even though like you'll see that in action, but then when you see the actual people that's running it, there'll be like a lighter skin hue versus a darker skin hue, even if they have to do it artificially. You know what I mean? It's like some type of mind state that come with that darker
What
skin,
about
dirty, and lightening yourself up.
what about these African? And I know about the skin bleaching, but that's different than treatment. People see lighter skin as a form of beauty, right? That's because the people who control the beauty industry worldwide is what we think is beautiful is given through us through media, and the people that control most of the media, well, that we know what skin tone they are, so when it comes, they got
Yeah,
everybody, a
it's
lot of
beauty.
people bleaching, right? So
It's
but my
beauty, but I
but
think it still got something to do with
but
like the you know what
but
I'm saying, the treatment though. Go ahead.
my thing with these Christian pastors, man, is that they're real dark skinned, man. These some jet black brothers with multi-millions, and you want me to believe that dark skin is oppressed. I think that because when you pull up the Boule and all them, these niggas ain't, if we say dark skin is oppressed all around the world, People like this get happy when you say that. They get to hide behind that. They get to make it like, yeah, man, all black people get oppressed, and I had to work my way up to the top of government like Barack Obama, right? No, you took an oath and you fucking joined the boule boom to get your way up, and the rest of us really struggling. So that's what I'm saying about the fine line we play, how we let the wolves hide in the sheep clothes, because like we try to go around the world with this big black paintbrush and say, if your skin tone brown, you on my team, we the Cleveland Browns, right? But that
No,
ain't
I don't
that.
feel like that.
No, I know. I'm just. This
I
ain't
don't think
directed to
people
you.
should feel like that neither. No, for sure.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, really, but we gotta really know who for us and against us, and it ain't everybody brown ain't our people. That's why I ain't with all the black power.
Yes,
No, you're
Sanchez.
right.
Kinfolk
And
and kinfolk.
and I like what you're
All
saying
skin
is
folk and
absolutely
kinfolk.
no, that's right. And what he's saying is 100% correct. I think the conversation I'm talking about is for like the layman and versus like a business sector. Because I've always said when you get to a certain level of business and monetary gain, it's not about no skin color. They're not operating in that paradigm. So when you show this brother right here, it makes perfect sense to me because he's not in the paradigm that the layman is in. The divisionary tactics they give us to play off is black and white. You know what
That's
I'm
what I'm
saying? Rich
talking
and poor,
about. And
male,
get
female.
and
No, I
get
get it.
now.
I
Watch this.
get it.
How they get
Light
us to
skin, dark skin.
how they get
Right.
us to play against each other with the black versus white is, guess what they do? They favor one group over the other, and they favor the white
That's
group.
what I'm saying.
They favor the
Got
white.
you.
Hold up. They favor the white group over the black group, and now they got the blacks arguing with the white group instead of us arguing about the favoritism, a government system that creates favoritism. So think about it. Just like in the Bible, God had a chosen people and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's my
No, I'm agreeing with you, Sanchez. That's why I'm glad you kind of brought it back to that point because even if you look at something like the situation in Rwanda back in the 90s, those was two groups of very dark skinned people. But the fact that they could show favoritism to one group would
I
then
gotta
create
fill
that
it up.
division, right? You know what I mean? And I think that, and that's when I was trying to explain about the light
Now
skin,
look,
dark skin. That's a tactic
that's
of
what
favoritism to create that energy. You
that's
know what
what
I'm
they
saying?
did in slavery, right? They would favor certain
Exactly.
slaves over the other slaves, and then that'll make the slaves hate each other and not realize that this was all by design. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's
And now,
Sanchez.
as I'm
Sanchez.
saying it, I want y'all to understand that I wasn't pitting it
Oh
like
no, I'm just
light
talking.
skinned people
Yeah,
doing it to that. No,
you
I'm
don't.
glad we bringing it all together so we can
Sanchez.
see like it's a standard
Who
operating
is that?
procedure. It ain't nothing that people doing to each other.
The Arabs that. Go ahead.
Yeah, look, I had kind of debunked that God hates everybody because that's what the Israelites be sticking with. That God said that he hated Esau and that he loved Jacob. In the Bible, it does mention hate and love as in I'm gonna hate this motherfucker, I want to kill this, or I love this person, but it does mention hate and love as inheritance and not inheritance. It's just inheritance. It's not like I hate this person. It simply means I hate you. That's an inheritance speaking. Like you're not going to get an inheritance. But they do stick with that God hate white people because he said that he hated Esau. But when he said he hated Esau in that manner, he meant about inheritance, not about I hate Esau.
I don't know if this probably a good time to go mythological with it because, you know.
No, I can prove that, Sanchez. I can prove that with other Bible verses.
But you know, I don't believe in this God in the sky that hate Esau and favor Israel. Like we dealing with reality.
Oh hell no, it's definitely not true. The whole story fake in the first place.
Yeah. So salutes, man. I just want to simplify these arguments to get us moving forward. Water Walker, Bobby, let's y'all's good. Let's move forward. So the whole point before we went into that though was that black isn't a skin tone. That was the whole point. The whole point was black is a culture. And that if you simply as black, see what we do in America is when we see another black person, we'll give them a fist pound, like, what up, my brother, all that. But the problem is, if you go and do that somewhere like even in New York, you might be dealing with a whole nother racial group of guy that just look our color and shit, but tell you like, oh no, I'm not black, and they'll give a whole nother language and shit. So, and that has happened before to people I know. So it's like, if we try to hit the fist bump and black card all around the world, it won't work, is what I was saying. That's why I put up this dude right here. And the reason I want to point that out is because that's a very shallow way of trying to identify who or not is for you. Let me show you something. The powers that run the world, you know how they know who really serving them or not? Whoever took an oath. They don't care if you black, white, or Chinese. If you took a fucking oath, right, and you under contract with them, that's who you serving. And guess what, yo? If you break the contract, it can be severe repercussions. They don't say, oh, well, he this skin color, he on our team. The power that makes up that's when we talk about world powers, the consolidated world powers, the unified world powers versus the masses. What dictates whether you one of them or not is how much resources you dedicate to the mission, and it is your loyalty, what you willing to sacrifice for us. Even so much so we say blood sacrifice. So like we just go around the world saying, hey man, he got the same color skin as me. What up, my brother? And that's why we're the most infiltrated group, because that's dumb, that's naive than a motherfucker. You just got yourself open to attack like that just because you want to be included with every fucking body that got your same color. That's a cycle. Think about it. What happened in Montgomery right there show you how programmed Americans are. Because look, you got black versus white still going on in America. While the powers that be have consolidated this shit, man, we lost behind in the past, man. The world has moved on, real talk. But I'm gonna tell you this right here. Just because America is all about black versus white and race issues, don't mean that's the story all around the world. It's other beefs and battles and other ways they divide different people up in different parts of the world.
I would want to build with you on that one. I think everyone doesn't understand what George Carlin was really saying when he said there's a big club. And I want everyone to know how big this club is, yo. This club extends all the way. It covers from end to end. In the UK, where I've got family over there, right? They've got their form of this crap going on here. And it's the same thing. The same ones that are doing it here are the same ones doing it there. They're the same ones doing it in Jamaica. Got family in Jamaica. It's all over the place. And the thing that I see, Sanchez, is this. You know, how we can battle this, right? Because you're doing a phenomenal job. I just want you to know you're doing a phenomenal job. For me, as I'm looking at this, if you can walk and talk in truth, no matter what, this is what we should stand on and nothing else. Forget your emotions, forget how you feel. What's the truth about things? As long as we can stand on this truth here, we'll be all right. And if you can't, well, then you can't eat at my table, yo.
Brother, can I teach you something real quick, brother? T, can I teach you
Go ahead.
something?
Hey, check this out, right? Hey, that ish sound good. Don't worry about if I ever called a person dumb, right? Because me and that person probably got a history of talking foul to each other. If I never call you dumb, you should approach me like you would in real life, like we never met. You wouldn't be mad at me from somebody else I called dumb, right? Right? Deal with me how I deal with you, not how I dealt with the Nets, man. Right? He probably deserved that. Right? So if you want to click the link and talk to me about anything, don't hide behind Sanchez calls people dumb. No, I call dummies dumb. That's all. Let's go ahead, y'all.
If
I
the
can
shoe
go
fits,
ahead.
wear it. You know what I mean?
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, brother. Go ahead. Go ahead. You was gonna tell me
Yeah,
something.
so what you were saying about standing in truth. So my family is from like Freemasonry background, and that whole spiel that you gave is basically Freemasonry, bro, in a nutshell. People think that it's the occult devil shit, but that standing hand in hand, that's literally something directly out of that.
Who gave us standing hand in hand speech?
He said when he said it's about standing in truth. And if you
Let me ask you a question. Is it about standing in truth or standing in lies?
we don't know the truth. That's the crazy part. We thought we knew the truth, but
So
that
check
truth
this
never
out.
comes.
Let me ask you something. What is 2 + 2?
I mean,
Hold on,
that's
no,
fact.
no. Slow down a second, brother. Slow down. Is it true that 2 + 2 is 4?
No, that's a fact. The truth can change.
Okay, I'm done. That's all I wanted to do. Y'all saw that? Y'all see that, right? Y'all see that, right? You see what's going on right now. You see what's going on right now, right? You see what's going on right now. You see what's going on right now, y'all. So now the truth ain't a fact no more, y'all. And the facts ain't the truth no more. Now we can't, these ain't synonyms no more because he's wrong and don't want to admit it. You see what I just did?
I can prove that with you really true. I can prove that really quick, bro, if you give me 1 second.
Bro, this is crazy, man.
Sanchez, ain't it true that Michael Jackson was black in 1970?
Brother,
And
this
ain't
is
it true that he
fucking
was white in
crazy, bro. This
2005?
is fucking crazy.
Didn't the
He
truth
was
change?
never
This
white,
is
bro.
fucking crazy, bro.
Basically turned himself white,
This
bro.
is
He wasn't never.
crazy,
Hey,
bro.
hold on, brother. Hey, hold on, brother. Even
Truth can
Bro.
though,
change.
like,
Oh,
no,
man.
listen, brother. Truth can change, but the way you explaining it is like totally off base. You see what I'm saying? Like, even though I kind of get what you're saying,
Watch this,
it don't
man.
make sense like that. No.
Okay, it's true that I was
Let
my
me tell him
girlfriend, but
something,
it could
bro.
be
Let
off.
me tell you something, bro. I can stand on facts and I can stand on truth. I can't stand on non-facts and I can't stand on lies. Guess what that's called? Both
That's a fact.
synonyms. So watch this, right? 2 + 2 is 4. That's a fact. Guess what? That's the truth. If someone say 2 + 2 is 10, that's a lie. That's not a fact. Watch this. Once I know 2 + 2 is 4, I can stand on that fact. Why? I can stand on truth. That fact is truth. It'll never change. That's why I can stand on it.
That's right, Sanchez. He trying to do some no, I'm saying, brother, hold on,
different
Thierry.
things.
You trying to make a paradoxical quote. You trying to say like how like when they say over here, a lie can be the truth, meaning that it's true that they told the lie, but the lie is not a fact. So that's kind of like what you trying to do right now. You see what I'm saying? I
No,
get what you're doing, but it
he
don't really pertain to
But look,
to like
I've
what's going
already
on.
done that side. What he's trying to do is make a
Right,
guy
that's why I said.
look, let me show. No, he trying to debate me. Let me hold on. Let me holler at him for a minute, Bobby. Let me holler at the brother real quick. Go back and forth with him. He want to smoke. What I was telling him was like that. And brother, you can unmute. What I was telling him was, it's synonyms. It ain't paradoxical. It's synonymous. Right? I know the paradox aspect. I always say that it's true to lie exists. I do this all the time. I do that, Bobby. Let's not make an echo chamber. What me and him got right here is totally different than that. If he would thinking that, he would have said that. So what he's trying to do is avoid the fact of that T. Wriggles was right. Let's revisit the original point that even led to that. Remember what you said, T. Wriggles, that made him even go into that? See what I'm saying? We
No,
miss we
I
missing the
totally,
point.
I know what I said. You feel
Because he
me?
wants to stand hand in hand with truth when we don't even know the truth. If humans knew the truth, we'll be living in completely
That
different
was
ways.
the argument right there, and that's what I think you need to push back on. I think we do know the truth.
The truth
Right.
was
The truth we know would never change, but you gotta also understand that truth always change. You gotta understand like this. Back in the day, was abortion the same thing as what it is now? As time changed, the truth changed, but the absolute truth never changed.
But
So
my
we got
thing is, we're speaking vague. When
It's not
somebody
truth.
say,
It's opinion.
when somebody say, well, we don't know the truth because so we can't stand on it. All of us have different forms of the truth, and whatever truth we have in life has kept us alive and breathing up to this point. So my thing is, you owe where you at right now to all of the truth that you've been awakened to. You know that it's true that if you're in certain areas at certain times, there's a high chance something can happen to you. That truth kept you out of danger, didn't it? It kept you out them areas at certain time versus a person who didn't know that they was slipping now winning. That's what I'm telling you. Our truth has always freed us, no matter how little of it or big amount we got. It does what
But
it
then
does.
you gotta understand how the truth can change. But you absolutely
It
right.
can't.
This ain't a
Truth can't
pushback.
change.
Listen,
Lies can.
listen. That neighborhood, listen, that neighborhood can
Opinions.
actually
Opinions.
listen, man. Hold on, man. Back up, bro. You can go to that same neighborhood, but that neighborhood changed. So
That's
it'll
why I
change.
said. That's why I said that it's true that if you're in certain areas at certain times, I ain't even specifying of no neighborhood. With that statement that I said, gonna be true forever and ever and ever. That if you're in certain areas at certain times, I ain't saying which ones, cause they can change, like you saying. But that statement will never change, and it'll always be true.
Yeah, y'all haven't
Y'all
like
gotta
when
learn to
you talking
listen,
about
man.
truth.
We because we get into these side arguments that's all off the riverboat brawl and Marlon Wayans and all that stuff now. Just cause niggas want to talk, be heard, and be right. And I'm just trying to have a good show and give them a good, back and forth. I don't know if they feeling these arguments or if they want us to get on other arguments, but it's up to the people. Salutes to the panel. Let's go.
All right, so if you want to stay on topic, let's stay on topic with Mr. Marlon's last phrase. Let's make love, not war. Okay, Mr. Marlon, let me let you know something. Hey, we're already hardwired. We already got this love. You feel me? So basically what you're telling us to do is turn the other cheek right now and go along with the slavery thing going on here. Mr. Marlon, come on now. You know what I mean? Look, we love. Everybody wants to love. You feel me? Who wouldn't want to love? But right now, Marlon, we're kind of at war, baby, and this is the mental one. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's getting
But T
cyber
Riggles,
attacks. Everyone's getting the psychic attacks. All kind of things are going on that we
Can I
aren't
say something?
aware of.
T Riggles. I don't think it's war though, bro. This is some shit that just happened in this situation that they might be trying to bait into a race war topic, but I don't think it's that. And I think what make Marlon Wayans so fucking goofy for saying what he said is that most of the shit he responding to is jokes. Like niggas turning their profile picture into the white chair and making me. That's funny. You a fucking comedian, nigga. You laugh at niggas death and all type of stupid ass shit. How the fuck you getting bent out of jokes, nigga? It ain't like nobody sitting up saying, "Oh, the race war finna kick off. Niggas need to get together." Cause listen, it's dumb on either side to talk about a race war because a drunk white people and security guard is fighting at the fucking riverboat in Alabama. That ain't no race war topic. This some funny ass shit that we should just be laughing at, roasting. The white chair is the motherfucking hero of the day. Shout out to the fucking folding chair. That's the real MVP out of all this shit. That motherfucking folding chair, goddammit.
Hey, I think the MVP is the commentary from the lady, right? But let me ask you a question, Bobby. Let me ask you a question. So, do you think that we're not at war right now?
Bro, listen. If we was at war right now, all right, right now, if we was at war, then that means we was at war before they even got into the fight on the riverboat. So how the fuck we equating the war now to the riverboat fight, T. Riggles?
So you really think that slavery ended?
Bro, hold on. T. Riggles.
No. This is a serious
Listen
question.
to
This
what
is a
I'm
serious
saying.
question.
If it's a serious question, ask yourself this. It's levels to everything. Are you the same type of slave that was in the 1700s?
Hell no.
No. So deal with the slavery that you dealing with now. If you dealing with a slavery right now, deal with that type of. My fault, Sanchez. I didn't mean to cut you.
All right, I got you.
I'm saying though, I think we kind of getting off topic again because check it out. I think everybody on this panel agrees slavery never ended. And I think we also agree that our level of slavery today is different than what it was back in the day. You know what I'm saying? It's like you said, it's levels to it, right? So where we want to go with this, man. Let's not be, I don't think we just got to drive until we get somewhere. We can actually have a destination, guys, with the conversation. You know what I'm saying?
All right, cool. My argument,
The destination should be the joke, Sanchez. Now we talk about the folding chair being the MVP. Can we put a do-rag on the folding chair, man, and make the folding chair honorary member of the group? Because hey, fuck that. Folding chairs that been in white people possession since WWE. This is where we need to drive this at. Since WWF, folding chairs have been a staple in white people weaponry. And the other day, the folding chair has decided to come over to our side, bro. Did you see how that white lady got hit with that folding chair, bro? That was like, man, hey, man, that nigga need to be on the front of a t-shirt.
WWE, it was a lot of, listen, let me tell you, the crazy shit about that was it looked just like Royal Rumble back in the day with wrestling because you had the you had the chairs, you had the rock bottom body slams, niggas dropping the legs, all that shit. You know how niggas be coming down the aisle to jump into the match, a nigga swimming across the water. That shit was like WWE, man.
Bro, I tell you something, bro. I'm bringing that folding chair to war, nigga, if I ever go to war.
Hey, it's on me, bro. Hey, dig this though. I know everything was blurry, right? But I do know how many times have that really happened. I believe all that was fake, but I believe that type of stuff really happened. First of all, people is going to jail. Y'all not just gonna
You
be
ain't
punching
never been in no
each other.
race fight, Sir
Listen,
Drop. You ain't never been in no
listen,
black and
hold
white
on, man.
brawl,
Hold on,
nigga.
man. I'm writing, bro.
Let
I
him
ain't
finish.
even
Let him
put a
finish. Let him finish.
period or nothing, bro. A comma. You just grab the pencil. What I'm saying is, people would be in jail right now, bro. From what I was looking at, and you hit me, you either it's civil or or I'm gonna kill you, or are you going to jail? There's no in between line. We just had a race war fight, but I do know them goddamn hillbillies would have beat up their own kind in the same situation, and I know them niggas would
Okay,
have beat up.
I got smoke with you though. It wouldn't have never been the same situation. Cause when it come to race relations in the deep south, racist white folks don't interact with white folks how they do with blacks. They just don't.
It's like that in Chicago too. That's why I'm saying I
Yeah.
don't know how to. Yeah, they don't deal with their own like that. That was a different type of. They don't get visceral like that.
That's
with
how
us on the
that's how I could dad that right there. You know what I'm saying?
No, not. But you gotta
Listen
add
to,
the
hey
kick,
Sanchez,
dude.
listen to
Hold
this.
on, man. Hold
But
on,
the
Bobby.
kick, that was an old security
Let,
guard. If that was an old racist white man, them other
bro. I'm
racist white men would not have jumped him like that. Nah, hell no.
Yeah, I feel you, sir.
Hey, listen, man. Once the white boy came in with the weird looking kick and all that, bro, I'm looking at, man, don't nobody even really do that. Especially to a dude like the dude he did it to, right? So cool. They
Racist
knocked
white
him.
people do that, bro. You ain't never seen a black and white brawl. They don't know how to fight.
Yeah,
They
man.
just
Hey,
throw their body.
the fact that you even going there, bro. Stop.
Drop is from Akron, Ohio. They don't have race shit like that
that's
going on.
That's where Jay Reed from, man. I don't really trust Akron. Jay Reed from Akron, man. Yeah,
John
man.
Brown is from Akron,
Hey,
Ohio. Man,
yeah,
y'all gonna
man.
miss on one day, bro. Just
WW.
quit
Hold
cutting
on,
me
I
off,
gotta
though.
stop y'all, man. There's racism
Hey,
in
Man,
Ohio,
now we
bro.
stopping
no,
who,
I
bro?
know it's
Y'all
racism
stopping.
in Ohio, bro. I'm making a joke,
All
bro.
right,
That's a joke.
cool, Ohio,
Not
but
like
cool.
that.
WWDD drop.
All right,
WWDD.
cool,
What would
bro. I
Diadec do?
know it. I know. We know they
Ask
was
yourself
running
what would
Ohio.
Diadec
We
do
know
right now, bro.
Ohio was
Calm down.
the free state. It ain't no calm down. Just let me say what I'm saying.
Just calm down.
Bro, you
Ask what
saying some
Diadec would do right
bullshit.
now, bro. Just ask what Diadec would do right now. Calm down, bro. Yeah, just calm down. Ask what would Diadec do right now. WWDD, bro. You need to consult your mentor.
Diadec wouldn't be on the panel. He'd
Yeah,
got
I
kicked
mean,
off by now.
yeah, I mean, Drop be talking to the nigga in the shadow realm. So, you know, if you could consult with spirits, you need to ask him what he would do in this situation. Calm down, bro.
Well, I still stand. Look, the WWE wouldn't be anything unless we had the little short, bald-headed dude commentating, telling us step by step. Oh, he's going off the top rope, and he now boom. Okay, so the black lady right now, the commentary, step by step. She even gave us sound effects. Boom. She's got my vote. MVP. We still have. If anybody want to vote on that, I'm with that.
Mike.
Salutes. Here's what's finna go down, man. The whole I'm gonna dictate the arguments and all that, right? I mean, no offense to nobody. I mean, it's a certain way I'm trying to steer the show, and I'm trying to let everybody speak, but I don't really. So, Tim, I thought you was trying to go in, brother. Go ahead.
No, I was just telling you that your mic was turned down.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Yeah, so my question is, based on this poll, right? How many people on the call agree with this voting? It was a close one. Is Marlon Wayans wrong for his tweet? Before I end this, right? Let's go ahead and see what weigh in on it. What y'all, you know what I'm saying?
What's up to the panel? What's up, everybody? Yo, what's up?
Yeah, your mic ain't legible, Sean.
Okay. About now.
There you go.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? No.
Gotcha.
Okay. Well, oh, you can hear me? Okay, so you know, Marlon is an actor. I'm an actor, and I know how bad I want to be in front of them lights and all that. He was there right when all the YouTubers was there with the shit, and I was like, I'm definitely not gonna mention none of this shit ever. Like, and then he came on, and I'm like, oh no, why? Somebody called him and told him, nigga, tweet some shit, and we'll do it. We'll do whatever they say, man. They say put on a dress right now. I'm gonna tell you, since I was a little child, I wanted to be in front of them lights and that camera, and I'm not the only one. I thought he should have left it alone and left it to us or anybody that's on YouTube. He ain't got no business saying that, in my opinion. But I got smoke for him. I think that was just kind of like out of his league, and it just screamed like, okay, these niggas really don't have no work. But he rich. Why is he even mentioning this kind of shit? You know what I mean? It was really a YouTube thing. But let me mute up.
Yeah, he out of pocket on my eyes. I'm a mute up.
All right, so hold up. No, you can't you got to say your answer, then explain it, and then pass the mic.
Do I have to say like meaning?
Yeah, you got to say why he was out of pocket. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he out of pocket because at the end of the day, he's not like he ain't even there. You feel me? Like he wasn't even like where he came from, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you came out of nowhere saying some crazy shit, and then like the brother say you around YouTubers, you're not even around. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not even an activist, bro. You're not around doing nothing. So shut up and do your thing. You feel me?
I do think he should have shut up, but I still don't think he's wrong. I just think he's your timing, bro, is way off. Like, cause no cap, I ain't gonna cap. The statement is true, right? We shouldn't be right, but the thing is, even though I know that shit's true, I'm still going live acknowledging the fact that, damn, you know, this is just how shit go down in Bama. Like, black folks been having to stick together. This is just a way of life. Even though we want to make love, not war. Somebody said it. It ain't us. We ain't the initiates in this. We on the defense all the time, just like the tape showed in Montgomery. We always on the defense. So that's why I said, who you telling it to? Now, if you say you telling it to them white folks, then I'm with you. Okay, yeah. But it's pointless to tell it to them. So, man, listen.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right, bro.
That's like speaking English to a Spanish man. It ain't gonna work. You gotta speak Spanish to a Spanish man. So
Yeah, I don't think he was wrong. I don't think he was wrong. I just think he was out of pocket. You feel me? He's not wrong to promote love, man. Don't get me wrong. You feel me? He's not wrong to promote love, man. At the end of the day.
In this situation, he wrong to promote love because it's based off the funny. You feel me, K. Gomez? He a comedian. If he was anybody else, I would say, okay, I get it. But the shit, most of the shit he responded to is
assholes to say shut the fuck up.
Right, he responding to jokes. He's saying like, "Oh, y'all,
I didn't know
should
that.
be loved now." Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I didn't know that
he responding to niggas making memes and shit like that. Like, nigga, you a comedian, nigga.
You know, I did not know that this was in response to the joke shit and he's a comedian. That's so fucking hypocritical. So this is what this whole tweet was about. Niggas talking about making fun of, oh man, and then we talking about what they call it, dark comedy. They got dark comedy.
Have you seen anybody like seriously taking this topic serious, like on some race war shit? Most of it have been funny. Even you reporting on it. Most of the shit you talk about is like you joking on the shit.
Yeah, I'm joking.
You from them, and you like, right? It's funny. Like we laughing at the shit, and he's serious, but he the comedian.
Yeah, I want to find on his comedy selections, Bobby, any clips we can find where he's making fun of anybody other serious situation. And so we can see if he being selective. I bet you we can. They be doing the dark comedy shit.
Nigga, I got you right now. We ain't even got to go too far. The nigga last comedy special, he was talking about Will and Jada shit. That nigga talked about how long he knew Jada Pinkney. That nigga got personal as hell. He put all that shit out there. He talked about Marlon, everybody.
You feel me? That was actually a movie based on a true story. So true people died based on a true story. Like Kane was real. You feel me? Like all these people are real. Motherfuckers really died, and he did a whole movie of that. Motherfuckers didn't, you know what I mean? Like,
you know,
I think
people really put, and then it's crazy. People responding to this dude and they using the white chicks for the thumbnail. Damn, bro. He wish he would have shut up, man. Damn.
Yeah, for sure he would have shut up.
Like that's why I said, Sanchez, look how they responded to him. It's roasting. Nobody taking this serious. Like niggas got the white chairs, they profile picture. Niggas got the hat going in the air, the new black Batman signal. You throw your hat in the air. Niggas, like this is funny as hell.
Yeah, they said he threw that hat in the hair like a graduation.
Can I put my 2 cents in real quick?
Hey, no, hold on. Just for a refreshment right quick. What did he exactly say? Because I'm behind for real. My old ass don't know what y'all talking about. What did the Wayans dude say and what y'all talking about for the people and me that's just getting caught up?
He said, how about we not try that, quote unquote, in a small town shit? It's silly, bro. Let's all just be love, not war. And black folks is like, what you mean love, not war? Fuck all that love stuff. It's time for war. You know how that is.
I'll click up with the white folks. I'm going to tell y'all this right now. You can call me a coon or whatever. If it's just my pool is just all black people or my pool is black and white people, I'm going to go to the pool with the black and white people. I got a more pool to build a bigger army and warriors to attack. So I'm going to go to the pool where it's everybody. I'm not just gonna go to the pool where you niggas at. My bad for that, but y'all got it.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop my 2 cents in, man. To me, it just seemed like the typical how they told Rodney King, "Can't we all just get along?" It just followed the same type of stereotypical plan that they going with. It's just all the same shit to me. For real.
Yeah, I don't think it's.
My thing is
Yeah.
how y'all take a funny fight this serious. This is funny as hell. And the overwhelming thing that I'm seeing black people do with this shit is make light and fun out of it. It's I don't see this overwhelming group of black people on the internet taking this topic serious. Anybody who I see speaking on it is from a joking, jovial, funny, yeah, they got their ass kicked good, they shouldn't have been talking shit, blah, blah. Like the other part where the white people stand on this side and the black people stand on, that's some shit that extreme minded motherfuckers is bringing up. Everybody else is being funny. And Marlon Wayans is out of the loop because he don't understand jokes no more, obviously.
He's not out of the loop, bro. He's staying in the loop, pushing that agenda. But the only difference is now people can jump on the internet and see other people's comments on that agenda. You ain't just got the news, what they think. You got actually people commenting on it.
Yeah, he's trying to stay relevant, man. You know what I mean? Trying to stay relevant. Yo.
Yeah. So the thing about being a celebrity that's trying to stay relevant, K. Gomez, which is exactly what's going on, is that you got to always say something when a trendy situation happens, and that can hurt or help you. It's always a gamble. Because if you get it right, then hey man, you gained a lot of people because of that trend or whatever, right? Or you know, kudos to you. But then if you get it wrong, then you can be canceled.
For sure, bro, Sanchez, and that's why I don't think he was wrong, because he could have been cooning for white people, you know what I mean? But instead he upped out for, you know what I mean, at least speaking about love, you know what I mean? So, you know, you can't blame him for that, you know what I'm saying? So
but he's not speaking for love.
I can blame the nigga because he ain't being funny. Hey,
He's speaking for love. Hold on, let me talk, bro.
But hold on.
He's speaking for love because that's the agenda that they want to push. They want to push that love, not war agenda, and then hide war in the back doors, bro.
Watch this. I think it's just the opposite. I think they want to push a race war.
I don't know. I think they're trying to turn the world into lily pads, bro. That's what I think.
Watch this, bro. Let me tell you something. If they wanted to turn the world into lily pads, they wouldn't be giving these kids drill music, murder, murder, kill, kill. They'll be giving them kumbaya, my lord. They'll be giving them. You see what I'm saying?
Bro.
Yeah,
they
lily pads, bro.
Transitional.
Trust me, these devils ain't trying to turn the world to a heaven. Trust me, they trying to divide and conquer it. Trust me.
Look at Tyler the Creator. Right. So Tyler the Creator music is like on some heavenly shit. It's
brother.
Spiritual.
Let me tell you something. The spiritual realm is the Bible and the Christian church are on more demon time than all the gangsters. What you talking about? The church killed more people than any Crip blood or GD. The church still killing people, exterminating. What are you talking? Like, come on, what you think this pimping? Like these pastors got millions of folks, grandmothers and aunties under their spell, sucking them dry. Like it ain't a pimp on world. It ain't a pimp in this world that's doing more damage than a Creflo Dollar or TD Jakes. You proving my point, brother. You proving my point.
But that's on our opinion on what love actually is and what war actually is.
That ain't what we talking about. I don't know how we get on opinions of love, brother. We was just talking about something else. It's getting confusing.
Yeah, that's why they made it easy to get guns and shit for everybody too.
Right, that's what we was talking about, Key. That these demons ain't trying to build no heaven on earth. They trying to make everybody hate each other. He said they trying to make us all love each other. Nah, it's only a few people trying to make us all love each other, and the rest of the world are calling them coons, just like they doing Marlon Wayans.
So
Fact.
you
And
trying
I'm
to
gonna
say
say,
love
the
like make men
Christianity
soft?
is still pushing turn the other cheek, which they keep pushing for the next
But guess what though? But
eternity.
OG, do you listen to what a motherfucker say or do you watch what they do? You're an old OG. You ought to know
I
better
watch
than
what
that.
they do.
So when they tell you to turn the other cheek while they drop a bomb on their enemy, don't fall for that. You the OG, man.
Would we say what you just was breaking down? Wouldn't we say call that spiritual warfare?
That's what I'm trying to get across to Sanchez. It's a different type of warfare and different type of love fare. We just trying to juggle
Listen,
our own. Or we think,
spiritual warfare is when they can make all of us hate each other, bro. And when we can't see that and we think that the hate we got toward each other is justified because of the programming that it stemmed from instead of examining the fucking programming. Now, I'm from Alabama. And I understand racism is real, but I'm such a deep black man, I can look beyond the white racist dude and see where it really stemmed from. I know that the white racist trailer park white dude, his racism don't stem from him, and his hate toward me come from a big cabal above both of us that want us to go ahead and annihilate each other. How can y'all not see that? And this supposed to be the woke community?
So true.
because there's a such thing as love bombing
Double
too.
fact.
Want to look? I'm telling you, bro.
That
Love
don't
bombing
mean
is real. They can also control
listen, because the redneck
world through
white
love.
dude
The
is
same
so
way-
because the redneck white dude is so programmed, I know my people gotta stick together because these folks are like zombies under they colonized, they mind colonized like ours. But they telling them one thing and they telling us another thing. So my thing is this, they're literally going out there under programming that black people are beneath them. They 3/5 of a human. We're the promised people of the Bible and chosen and all this. American is a Christian nation and it was built by white people. Like these people that's Aryan Brotherhood and all that, if you ask them their ideology, that's the shit they talking about, dog. Manifest destiny. But you try to think spiritual warfare is something else. Spiritual warfare is literally the clan telling you, look, whites for whites, blacks for blacks. So what they're trying to do, that is a worldwide agenda of divide and conquer. It ain't that I give a fuck about integrating like that. I'm just saying that they're integrated. Think about this. All of your biggest pro-black organizations, most of them had contracts with the KKK. The Nation of Islam still got one with them. Guess what they'll tell you why they got a contract together? Because we agree that black man need to stay with black people and that we should race mix and that boom, boom, boom. What y'all agreeing on is divide and conquer. Y'all are all working for the government to keep the people fucking, they can mix together at a job, right? But they can't get, now if you being oppressed, of all these different colors being oppressed, they got a common enemy. And the moment that the common enemy realized that, hey, I'm oppressing billions of people around the world, and the people that's doing the oppressing makes up less than 1% of the population, the biggest weapon they got is to keep us fighting each other, not ever seeing the root of all our motherfucking turmoil. That's the biggest trick the devil got, is to make like he don't exist. And guess what? When you think that the devil don't exist, you're going to fight everybody else around you because they going to look like devils. Because you don't know where your problem's coming from. It must be you. It must be you. That's damn near paranoia. Because you don't really know the true source of it all. And just because I know that racism is real don't mean I don't know the source of it. I know that the dumb white dude in the trailer park didn't invent racism. He just a victim of it. That's why he hate me. And because he hate me, you think I'm gonna love him? No, you want to kill my people. I don't give a fuck how indoctrinated you are. I'm gonna protect myself and I'm gonna put some holes in you. So salutes to them brothers in Montgomery. But I'm not dumb enough to think.
100.
But I'm still goddamn smart enough to know what's really going on a big scale. This shit don't make me dumb all of a sudden.
I agree with that 100%, Sanchez. I really do.
Yeah, 110, bro.
Yeah, because I was finna say earlier, man, it's gonna be a tough pill for people to swallow, even just thinking that only black people wasn't enslaved, bro. We got that shit bad in America as black people. We the only oppressed people. That's not true.
Yeah, go on that. That's a good one.
Yo,
Like-
Sanchez.
Like the Irish.
Yo, so you was talking about this being supposedly a race war being started by how basically the media propagates this type of news feed, right? But don't you think we was already in a race war? Don't you think that race is what matters here in terms of the energies that come about from this world? You hear me?
That's a distraction, bro. We've been in the race war.
Nigga, is that Vlad? Vlad, you better get out of here.
Bro.
Vlad.
Hey, on good times, talking about black Jesus. White Jesus, bro. They've been talking about race wars, black and white Jesus. They were talking about it on good times. The race war.
Yes. Let me ask
What I'm
y'all
just
this.
trying to, what
If
I'm,
it's
I
so
guess
much
what I'm
about
trying to
race,
bring
though,
out.
hold on. Let me ask y'all this. If it's so much about what race, brother, then why do things like the Boule exist? The Italian mafia, you know
The
what I'm saying? Why
reason
do
why
you
they exist is because
hold on,
if
wait
you
a
have
minute.
any type of goal on this planet, you got to divide and conquer one way or another. There ain't
Hold
no
on,
way
but
you
this what
gonna
I'm
say.
saying.
That's
But hold
true.
on. It seems like at the top of this 1%, each individual class or race has their own governing group to start
Yeah,
to
man. Let
divide
me
and
tell you
conquer.
something,
But they
bro.
all get along at the top. When you look at the top, they multicultural, multiracial. They ain't separating black, white, none. They dealing with
And how do
money,
you know that?
power.
How do you know they're not separating one
guess what?
bloodline from
Guess
another?
what,
Just like
bro?
Obama.
Guess what, bro? The whole thing I gotta say is this. I'm about to hop in the lab and cook up some beats and do some little studio shit. But check this out. I'm gonna say this, man. I always said it ain't about black and white. It's about green. And we got to look at everybody that's got the green. Like, hey, ain't no guy. Look at the United Nations. Is it black versus white there? No, it's what you got to offer the cabal. So that's what I was saying earlier about they don't go by skin tone. That's what I was trying to tell Bobby and all of y'all earlier about. They don't identify just, hey, you brown, you mine, you know. That's
No, I
our
got that
problem.
point, Sanchez. I was agreeing with you on that. I was saying that's what they give us to operate on the layman level. Like at that top 1%, they ain't dealing with that. They dealing with green, but they give us skin tone and all these other little divisionary tactics to deal with. So for somebody like me and you, that's what we deal with on the everyday struggle. Motherfuckers who feel like black and white, this and that. You know what I mean? When you get to the top, it's whether if you got money and power or not. They don't give it. Everything else don't matter. So if you think that Obama he black, he became the president and his bloodline linked back in with the Bushes, you think that's by coincidence? No, they don't care about color. It's about the power that's gonna create.
Yeah, he's not black.
Listen, why you think they want to push the division between blacks and Hispanics, blacks versus Mexicans in LA? And guess what? They'll put propaganda out on TV to make show you a couple of incidences and shit. And the thing is, the people that's sitting at home pushing the hate, they ain't on the ground in LA and got the beef with these Mexican gangs and all that, if you in the black gangs and stuff. And really, sometimes the best thing that happen in these communities is when the gangs can come together and have a truce. But the truce never lasts long because the first time some propaganda come out, people, it's instigated by the people, man, for real. You know what? In my opinion, that's what I think, bro.
No, you're right. No, you're absolutely right.
So yeah.
So real quick, so we acknowledge that all of our presidents, when the little girl did the little project and realized that all these cats, because Bobby just said it, we find out all these cats are related to certain people for as far as our research. Obviously, can get deeper, but as far as our research, they relate to being related to the same people, and these people look a certain way. I think it's weird. Obviously, everything doesn't have to do with just color, and definitely money is the main thing of why all colors sell out. But to think that there's not a racial underneath agenda that goes with that, I think it's just being disingenuous.
Yeah,
like it could be both.
And you know what's crazy about that? And that's exactly what I just said, Random. I went into a whole spiel about, for example, the same people that they want us to hate white folks. So stuff like this, yeah, we're gonna naturally want to protect our people. I gotta get out of here. I just want to holler at my brother Random real quick about this Alabama shit. Man, what you just said is spot on, bro. Two things can be true and we be tunnel vision to the motherfucker. I can acknowledge the fact that racism exists and still not hate all white people. Those are the two things that can be true. But when you talk like that, folks say, well, I ain't picking and choosing. Well, guess what? Two things can't be true then. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? So either it can or can't. That's kind of like the whole foundation of Marlon Wayans' tweet.
Yeah, but that's why I would disagree on what Marlon Wayne said, because if we're going to talk about it not being every white person, that's 100% true. But then, so when we look at things like that, we have to look at it on majority percentage, what we've seen experience on a majority basis thing, but also on an individual situation. So individually with Marlon Wayans and his history, that post is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I agree with you based on a comedy background, and that was what you was tripping about. So yeah, that was hypocritical.
By the way, respectfully, I know you got to get off, but I am that ish sounds good, and you know what I'm saying, I didn't think I said anything disrespectful, but I ain't been on the panel in a long time. I have my own reasons, but I just wanted to put that out there because I ain't no funny nigga to try to be like no ghost type weird nigga. So
what I
didn't know my name was different when I hopped on.
I didn't even know what name it was. What was it?
It's all good. I'm talking about, you mentioned me earlier. I'm in the comments as that. It sound good. I changed it on my Google, but I didn't want you to think I was trying to be funny. I didn't know my name was Random Thoughts still when I don't even
remember you in the chat. What I say to you?
It's all good. If we watch it back, if you watch it back, or you know, you had called me out. You said if I had something to say, hop on the panel, and I responded I didn't want to, but
well, now that you here, then you can refresh me with that smoke we had in the chat. That's all.
Oh no, I was kind of addressing it right now. I just feel like, you know, I've been part of this community for a long time, and I love the truth. I love all that. I think that there's a big difference in things that you study and took mad time on, which I respect you for, and you give us knowledge on that, and then putting up controversial statements, which is your opinion, to get a reaction, but then controlling the panel. Like, there was a lot of people on here, like, for the whole time, I was hearing a bunch of cheerleading, like, oh, Marlon Wayans, there ain't nothing wrong with that. There ain't nothing wrong with that.
Because the thing is this right here, man.
Well, I don't really think I got this.
Hold on, I'm talking, bro. So like I was saying, with what you said about Marlon Wayans' tweet, right? That was your opinions, and people still don't feel like you right. You said what you said as if you swayed all of us to like, damn, he got it, we wrong, so we shouldn't, like, that ain't what's that. If you got smoke,
don't put words in my mouth.
I ain't putting words in your mouth. I'm just talking out of my mouth, bro. I ain't putting no words in your mouth at all. I'm speaking words out of my mouth. I ain't say you said nothing. I'm telling you that if you coming in here with smoke, bring the smoke and address the smoke, because you didn't do that. You came in here speaking, and I had to ask you, well, and you had to refresh me on what the smoke was. So now
because I came in with immediate smoke. If you won't delete me, so I didn't come in with some. I made that comment now. And then
I want to get to the. I really want to get to the smoke though, and not with the shenanigans. So listen, let's talk about the Marlon Wayans tweet now. So I'm saying that something is wrong with the tweet, and two things can be true. You came in and basically repeated everything I said, and what I wanted to tell the folks was that ain't smoke.
Well,
that ain't
I think
smoke.
that I would. It's how you say it though, because I could say two things would be true without saying. But y'all don't know what it's like out here, and y'all don't know. But bro, you host panels all the time. When people get their personal experience, you're like, we're not talking about you. We're talking about this.
This man up here to talk about some other shit. He don't want to debate me on the topic. He trolling.
Come on.
Ice-T trolling, man. Man, fall back and let me finish my show, man. You don't want to talk about that for real, man. That man, hey, why y'all unmuting, bro? Relax.
How am I trolling?
Relax, bro. Relax. You don't want to talk to me for real. You want to bring up, you always tell.
Yep, that's a fact. It get real personal.
So he's a damn liar, man. He's a goddamn liar. Get him up out of here with his lie. The moment you start coming up here lying on me, I'm gonna get you the fuck up out of here, man. Get your ass up out of here, man. So I can say, bro, I'm from Bama and I've experienced this and I allow others to do it. In fact, I encourage them to do it and they just vouch for it. Everybody on the panel just vouch for it that you lying with your silly ass. The boy always get on his call and embarrass it that he's a damn hater. That boy is a shirtless hater. And he gonna go over there on his channel, put some boo-boo out. He get a kick out of this shit, though. He probably coming right now. Ah, man, that went over there. Yeah, that nigga's
he got
a
better
weirdo.
woman syndrome, man. That's that better woman syndrome.
Yeah, he gonna cry when he get in the car. That's awesome. Salute to that, brother.
Yeah, man, let's get his that. Nah, don't salute to that nigga. Smack to that nigga. He don't get a salute. He get a smack with the backhand like a hoe.
Gotta get the Akon melody on.
Not with the backhand.
Yeah, and I grab them dregs and wrap my hand around them bitches and drag you down and wear your ass out. That hair gonna get in your way. The boy always come up here hating on me, but I still let him get the mic just to confirm that he's my hater so the anger can build up in me about him. Cause I know how he feel about me. Some of these niggas, boy, y'all will meet me in real life. What up, Sanchez? Let's take a picture and shit.
Do this favor for me, Sanchez. I think the nigga really got, you know what I'm saying, this misplaced admiration. Send that nigga one of them flat power shirts, man, because I think what it is, that nigga need a shirt, bro. Send that nigga a shirt so he can cover himself up, then all will be well and forgiven, man. Ooh.
Whatever happened to Random like that? I mean, Random was, you must have hurt his feelings or something.
Man,
like,
every time that man get on the mic, I think he got legitimate smoke with me and personal feelings come out. You be doing this, and it's always you instead of the topic and the title. And what it's revealing to me is that this man really don't like me and got some hate, but he wouldn't do nothing about it, but just hate me. Yeah. You wouldn't do shit about it, guaranteed. But just that I know you got that much, just that I know you want to do something about it, don't make me want to do something about it. But man, you ain't worth it, my nigga. If I responded to every hater now, where would that put me now?
He a fan, Sanchez.
But let me go ahead and get up out of here, man. Salutes to that clown ass nigga, man. You know, we talk how we want to talk to niggas like that as we close out, yep. And yeah, salutes to all of y'all, man. And this, you know, that's just what it is, man, with niggas like me. You know, that's just what it's gonna be. You said you ought to see, like right now, Bama motherfuckers don't play around, and that I'ma back up all the big talk that I'm saying. Real talk, try me. A lot of niggas get on here like, I ain't gonna let Random get me bent up out of shape. I'm just saying, man, niggas like him get on my nerve. You just hate a nigga for no reason, son. Damn. Shit, son. What I do to you. But yeah, salute to everybody.
That
I
shit
love
happens.
y'all, man. I love y'all,
Peace
man.
and
Let's
power,
get
bro.
out.
Y'all be easy.
Truth be
Hey.
told, man, it's a lot of niggas that be on these panels that secretly hate a nigga. Wish they can replace a nigga. You know what I'm saying? And I see that shit. And it's sad, black folks. It's sad. Peace and much love, man. Y'all support the show. Peace and love.